with some Harry Potter remix right there. I couldn't find a good Middle Earth one, but that's all right. We got some Harry Potter flavor in there. But welcome to Tournament Fights. This is episode 161. It's Best Wizarding World versus Middle Earth characters. So this is just basically which character do you like better? Do you prefer Gandalf or do you prefer Dumbledore? Do you prefer Harry or Potter or do you prefer Frodo Baggins? Or like which best friend do you prefer? Do you like Sam or do you like Ron Weasley? You know, it just kind of depends what pops up because everything's going to be random tonight. There's no seeds or anything, but welcome. I am your host. I am Jordan the Movie Hero Anderson, or I'm going by a Harry Potter character, Lee Jordan Anderson. If you know him, he's the guy that like announces some of the Quidditch matches in the movies. So yeah, it's kind of a deep cut if you know your stuff. So and I put my favorite spell underneath there. So but anyways, let's go ahead and let's bring in our panel for tonight. So he was kind enough to make the bracket for us tonight and kind of helping me co-host just a little bit. So we have Malcolm Lay. How's it going?
Yeah, it's pretty good. This is going to be really interesting. I know there's at least one really difficult matchup coming up.
Yeah, I always worry about those ones.
But yeah, it's one of those ones as I found out when doing this, like we could have done a whole 64C tournament of Harry Wizarding World, not so much Lord of the Rings, because I had to make some tough cuts when I was doing the Wizarding World side. Lord of the Rings, Middle Earth, so I was like, we probably don't need this one, but we need to fill up space. So
yeah, right. Well, nice. I'm looking forward to it. And normally we'd have Austin Pez here. He's not really a huge fan of these properties. He doesn't really like say that they're bad or anything. He just kind of doesn't know all the deep cuts and everything. Doesn't watch them as much as us nerds that are going to be on tonight, or us geeks as you want to call it. This is our best geek character series, because just to let people know, this is part of a overall best geek character series. So whatever makes the Sweet 16 tonight, we'll move on to a championship episode to face other characters from other fandoms like Star Wars and Star Trek and Marvel and DC, that kind of stuff. So yeah, it'll be fun. But we also have joining me my sister. She's a big fan of both of these properties. My sister Emily.
Hello.
Nielsen now, not Anderson. She got married recently, so I got to get used to calling her Nielsen and not Anderson.
I know, it's weird.
But welcome.
Yeah, I don't have a cool name like you guys. What's up with that?
Yeah, you gotta.
Did I
come up with like your favorite character or something? Maybe there's an Emily character somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if there's an Emily in this realm, like in the Harry Potter realm.
Maybe not, but that's all right. No worries. But we also have he was kind enough to agree to do it last minute, so he's streaming on his phone tonight while he gets his actual internet set up in his new place. But we have Chris Scott, the Casablanca Kid. How's it going?
What's up, guys? I am happy to be here. I absolutely love Harry Potter. I wish that my signed, the 5th book signed, I had that out so I could show it to you guys. I know I kind of showed it off quite a bit, but one of my prized possessions. Yeah. I didn't actually meet her myself, but my cousin Chris over in England drove a nice taxi service for her. And suffice to say, got me a signed book from her the day before I was set to leave. Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome. You can kind of see in mine, I got my Harry Potter signed by like the whole cast: Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, Rupert Grint, Alan Rickman. But yeah, but it's in plastic.
That is absolutely awesome.
There's a little bit of a glare on it, but yeah.
That's so awesome.
Yeah. A friend of mine got it for me for my birthday one year, so that was awesome. So yeah, but we also have joining us last but certainly not least, we have Chad and Kerri Webb.
Yeah, it's just me for right now. She actually went to take the baby upstairs, and I'll probably be going up there as well because it's not quick putting the babies to sleep.
Right.
Glad to be here. Also love Harry Potter. I like Middle Earth a lot too, so gonna be interesting to see these matchups, and hopefully I don't sway Harry Potter just the whole time, but we'll see.
Yeah, same here. I'm a little kind of worried about that too, but we'll see. So because I think that I have all 3 Lord of the Rings movies in my top 20 movies of all time, and then I have just one of the Harry Potter movies in my. That's like my number 4 movie of all time. That's the Deathly Hallows Part 2. I love that movie, but I was able to rewatch 5 of the Harry Potter movies for this. So I watched 1 through 5, and man, some of those are just so good that they might end up moving up higher on the list. Especially like 3, 4, and 5. They just get like better and better. It's man, it's good.
Did you watch any of the Lord of the Rings to prep, or just Harry Potter?
No, I just watched Harry Potter because I've watched Lord of the Rings within the past year. So,
Okay.
but it's been a while since I've watched Harry Potter. So I'm like, I'll just watch that. That's all I got time for.
Those are all midnight showings for me. All the Harry Potter and all the Lord of the Rings for me, including the Hobbit movies. Yeah.
Nice. Well, I'll go ahead and I'll explain how it's going to work tonight. So it's going to be a tournament of 64 characters, and you simply just vote round by round. Even if you're not familiar with either character, you just have to kind of come up with one, and there'll be pictures, and you can kind of look and see if you're not familiar, because there may be a few deep cuts on here, and you just pick one that you like the best, and we just go until we come up with the best of all time. So like. Then there's kind of 3 things we're kind of shooting for: the overall best of all time. Then whatever makes the Elite 8 will be in a little poll over in our Schmodown Friends and Family group that we run on Facebook. And then the Sweet 16 will move on to our Geek Series Championship to face off against the other Geek fandoms and stuff. So yeah, but I'll go ahead and I'll bring up our bracket. And I got a little intro that I usually play before this. Let me bring that up. So I will say, let's do this.
We're going to play a wonderful game called Who is Your Daddy and What Does He Do? It's showtime. What do you say we cut the chit-chat? A-hole!
May I see your invitation, please?
Sure. Here's my invitation. Let's do this, Schmidt. Yeah. Just like we always do, Jenkins. Jacob. Oh, sorry.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. And I want to have them answered immediately.
I mean, come on, I just don't see a problem here. Let's just do it.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm pumped.
You serious?
All right. Nice. So yeah, go ahead and reveal that first matchup, and we'll see what we got here. Oh, we got Dolores Umbridge versus Mr. Ollivander. Ooh, all right. And also we have Brian Nussbaum tuning in. He says Emily, it could go Lily Potter, possibly. Or he's also rooting for Hagrid, so cool. But yeah, we always start at the bottom of the ladder. So it'll be Kerri first. Which one you want to go for here in this matchup?
Okay, I'm gonna go for the one that's, I guess, slightly more likable, which is Mr. Ollivander. I mean, a lot more likable considering like Umbridge is one of, I mean, she's a good villain, but she's like one of the worst characters in the franchise. Like she makes a great. I want to say like she's horribly written, like she's very well written and everything and well acted, but yeah, I hate her with everything in my body. So I'm gonna go with Mr. Ollivander.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, Chad, where are you gonna go?
I basically mirror everything she just said. I mean, Imelda Staunton is very, very good as Umbridge, so that's why you hate her so much. But if I'm going to go with the character that I like more, I'm going to go with Mr. Ollivander. John Hurt was a legend. And, he really crushed in that role. Just like that one scene he has on Sorcerer's Stone is just so iconic and just so well delivered. And, he just kind of made my childhood magic, whereas Umbridge a little less so. So I'll say Mr. Ollivander.
Yeah. That makes sense. Good point. Chris, what are you going to go for?
And this is tough for me because, I like how both of you said, like, I hate Umbridge's character, and she is perfectly cast, like straight from the pages of the books. I mean, I like Mr. Ollivander, and John Hurt's just an amazing actor and just blows it out of the water. But I got to think about like, what is that character that sort of lives rent free in my mind? Like that I hate so much with every like fiber of my being. So I'm gonna go from that aspect. I'm gonna go with Dolores Umbridge.
Yeah, and also she's a cat lady, and I know you're a big cat fan, Chris. So
absolutely, right? I love cats.
Yeah, right. But like her and like Mr. Filch, like they're always hanging around because he's a cat guy, I guess. So yeah. But,
so it's Hermione.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Hermione too. Yeah. But Emily, who are you gonna go with?
Yeah, I was almost swayed by Chad's answer because he is very magical, Mr. Ollivander, but I just immediately felt like Umbridge had to win because I hate her so much. And so it's like, I don't know, there's something about that if we can hate a character that much, then it must be done really well.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm going to pick Umbridge. And also the actress is married to Mr. Carson from Downton Abbey. So something about her that I really like.
Nice.
Because I like him a lot. And anyways, so I think she's a good person at heart. She also plays the queen in The Crown. And so just that actress is really great. I think she can play like a variety of different roles, and Umbridge is just done really well by her. So I'm going to pick her.
Yeah. Yep. Malcolm, what do you say about these two?
I mean, I like Ms. Ollivander. I think he's good in his really small appearances that he's made, like in the books and the movies and that. He had probably just a little bit more to do in the books because I think he was in the Goblet of Fire, but they cut him out of the movie. But with Umbridge that's one of those characters that you love to hate, like as a villain, and she does do a lot more. Like she's more sort of crucial to the plot as well. So I'm gonna go Umbridge in this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just got done watching the Order of the Phoenix, and man, like you just hate her so much in it, Umbridge, and it's like every single thing that she said, just want to be like, shut up! I just want to like slap her across the face, you know, just like so annoying. So it's like, and Mr. Ollivander, he is great, and John Hurt is a great actor, and he's like a perfect guy to play the old guy hiding out in the wand shop, but yeah, I gotta go with Umbridge because we got to have some solid villains in here. So yeah, I'm sure we'll get a few, but yeah, I'll go with Umbridge.
Umbridge.
She moves on somehow.
Yeah.
And moving on to the next one, we've got Harry Potter up against Gandalf.
Oh no!
Are you serious?
Oh,
hard.
Yeah.
Do this to us.
Yeah, I heard about that one. So yeah.
No.
Gave me a little preview of one of the harder matches. I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do here, but this time we'll start with Chad. Who are you gonna go with here?
Yeah, I mean I can understand how this could be hard for a lot of people. It's actually pretty easy for me. I mean, it's Harry Potter for me, hands down. I do like Gandalf a lot of the times, but there are some times where he actually kind of rubs me the wrong way. And I've heard similar arguments for like Harry Potter actually. But Gandalf, there's just like when he's just like so mean to I think Pippin, I just get really annoyed. Yeah. It just kind of pisses me off. But he is a great character, he's a great wizard. Ian McKellen, there's like no equal to him. He's such a great actor. I love him. And I love him as Gandalf. But yeah, Harry Potter, he's the name of the game here, the whole franchise. And everything centers around him. And, I just think he is a great, great character. The way he has his arc in the first movie, finding his home, and just, it just feels like he's often very selfless, especially like when you go at the end where, he kind of has to accept his own fate and everything like that. Smart, just everything about him is just so great. I love Harry Potter, so I'll go Harry.
Yeah. Well, Chris, what do you say here?
This is tough. I mean, I do love both of these franchises, but Gandalf is so good. But yeah, Harry Potter is just an And the way Daniel Radcliffe plays him is just amazing. Because you feel the emotions he's going through as this conflicted wizard, basically. You know what? I gotta go with Harry Potter. And yeah, like you said, and I think it's for the reason you said as well, because yeah, there are definitely times where Gandalf is an absolute pile of garbage. Yeah. Trying to be nice here because there's certain people are on here.
Yeah, here and there you can kind of sometimes, but
yes.
But Emily, who are you gonna go with?
Yeah, I really love Gandalf. I think he's got just a lot of like mystique to him and intrigue and like different layers to him. But Harry Potter's much more relatable in my mind. Like I feel like I can relate to the struggles that he goes through, whereas Gandalf I feel like doesn't have much. Like I know he changes from Gandalf the Grey to Gandalf the White. Like there are some changes there, but it's just like not much of an arc, I guess. Like I don't see him changing that much. Whereas Harry, like his throughout the series, he becomes almost a different person, you know.
Oh yeah.
From the start to finish.
He
So
goes from a lighter shade to a darker shade.
Yeah.
That's like really all it is.
It's true though.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Harry. He's got a lot more like magic and warmth to him too. I think he's just more likable.
You get to watch him grow up, basically. So
yeah,
right. Well, Malcolm, who you got here?
Yeah, so this is like really difficult, and it's a shame like one of these people is going to miss out on making the all-time character thing at the end. But the way I'm going to go about this one is like I like Harry Potter. I think he's a great character, but he's also one of those ones like if he was left to his own devices, I don't think he would have gotten as far as he did in the books without the help from Ron, Hermione, and that. Gandalf at least could be self-sufficient and do stuff on his own if he needed to. So I'm going to go Gandalf.
Yeah, like kind of interesting because I feel like for these two fandoms, like Harry Potter is the character, and you gotta like at least have him in the second round at least. But this could easily be a championship match. I feel like, but kind of like you say, like Malcolm, those are some good points. Like he does get a lot of kind of pretty convenient help. It's like and like the like sword of like Godric Gryffindor just like shows up, or the Sorcerer's Stone's in his pocket, or the Night Bus shows up, or like just Ron shows up in his flying car to just pick him up. That just like out of nowhere, and it's like how convenient. But like at the end though, like it is his like heart and like determination and stuff that like is able to like defeat Voldemort, is able to like really be able to progress the way that he does. So like I think that although he does get a lot of help, he is like a pretty strong and powerful character also. And so yeah, I think it's got to be Harry Potter. So I'll give it to Harry. Yeah. Kerri, I want to forget about you.
Yeah, I'm also gonna give it to Harry Potter here. As much as I love Gandalf, and it sucks that he is gonna be going this early.
Yeah.
That really sucks. But I grew up with Harry. He'll always just be one of my favorite characters.
I was kind of looking forward to the Gandalf Dumbledore fight, but
I know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that would have been awesome.
Gandalf would have.
Next up, we've got Grindelwald up against Feely from The Hobbit.
Okay, sounds interesting. So this time it will be Chris first. So.
Two very different interpretations. I'm on my phone 100% right now, so I'm trying to look at these things too.
I appreciate that you have both versions of Grindelwald up there, both actors.
I've got all three versions. If you look,
they do such a phenomenal job of that character.
Yes, there's three. Yeah, you're right.
And I know that's a very hot take because I feel like a lot of people hate those movies. But God, You know what? I'm gonna have to go with Philly.
Yeah, Feely. Yeah,
Philly.
yeah. Sounds good. Emily.
It's a
who you
hard
got?
choice.
Yeah. Decisions.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the Harry Potter spinoff. The gosh, what's it called again? I can't remember.
Fantastic Beasts.
Fantastic Beasts. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just haven't given it a ton of my energy because I don't like things that stray too much from the original. And I just feel like it's not as well done. It doesn't give the magic,
Yeah.
that the original series gives. I don't know like Gellert Grindelwald well enough, I feel like, or Feely probably.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go with Feely too. I just get like a better vibe. Gellert Grindelwald was redone too many times, I think, that it just is kind of an obscure character.
It's like there's magic there, but it doesn't have the magic that the original one has. Yeah. but Malcolm, what do you say?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those ones like, just for the purposes of this, I decided to throw in a few from Fantastic Beasts. So there's only 3. So there's only 2 more coming up. But
okay.
But yeah, like I'm a defender of the Fantastic Beasts movies personally, and I really do think like Grindelwald is a really compelling villain, especially like once in the second one. Like say what you want about the third one, I think Mads Mikkelsen was a good, like a decent replacement for Johnny Depp. But yeah, it's rather yeah. Unfortunately, when it comes to the Hobbit, Fiddy doesn't really do a lot. He falls in love with an elf and battle, but there really isn't a lot there that he does that stands out. So I'm going to go Grindelwald.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, I can't change my mind.
Sure. Yeah, you can do that.
I'm going to go Grindelwald. Yeah, because that is a pretty evil and epic bad guy in that series, and I actually do like those movies. I know it's a very hot take because I feel like 90% of people don't.
Yeah, like for me, I can't stand them. I don't like the Fantastic Beasts movies, but like, I mean, all of those like dwarf characters just kind of blend together. Feely, Mealy, Dealy, Dealy, whatever. Like I don't even know. Like
you named them all.
Like, all the names, yeah, right. Yeah, one fell swoop. And
I forgot the name of Fantastic Beasts. I swear I knew it. I just I had like a brain fart. So I have watched.
I have those all the time. Yeah, but
you take your nerd card.
But it is kind of interesting because they had to redo this character with different actors, and they just couldn't get it right. But like I don't know if it was anything to do with not getting the character right. It's just some issues with the actors overall. So I mean. But I'll still go with Grindelwald, even though I don't like these movies. The character is pretty compelling as an actual character. If I just take how I feel about the movies and put it aside, the character's still good. So yeah, I'll go with Grindelwald. But Kerri, who you got here?
I think I'm gonna go with Feely here. I just really strongly dislike Grindelwald, and maybe if the Fantastic Beasts movies hadn't been made and it was just like the Grindelwald, like the what's his name,
Jamie Campbell Bower,
aka Vecna.
Honestly, at that point, maybe I would have said something different, but I feel like the character's just been, they took the story in a really weird direction with the Fantastic Beasts movies, and I think Feely, like, he's a little boring, but he's fine.
Yeah. Sounds good. Chad, who you got?
Well, I mean, when I first saw it, it was a little bit harder, and then I convinced myself of one. I would have gone Gellert Grindelwald, probably just because I was sitting there thinking, I was like, I can't really tell any of the dwarves apart in the Hobbit one, except for I think Thorin is like the main guy.
Yeah.
Other than that, they all kind of blend together for me, except I think one like looks a little bit more like human-like or whatever. But other than that, they kind of all just blend together. And And I feel like kind of like the Hobbit movies and the Fantastic Beasts movies are very similar. We got 3 of them each, and they're all kind of problematic and weird, but some of them are kind of good. Like at least the first ones in each.
The first ones,
there.
yeah.
So, and I do kind of like both on different levels, particularly, and I don't know. I kind of like the 3 different like takes on Grindelwald as well. Even though I wish it would have been a little bit more streamlined in like one thing, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, so I would have went Grindelwald. I think he's the more interesting character because he's like evil, but like he's also got this like side to him where he cares for Dumbledore and you know stuff like that. So it's just I don't know, it's interesting. So I'll go Grindelwald.
Yeah,
I mean, it's going to be Grindelwald anyway. Because with Chris changing his vote, it made it 4-2, but would have been tied otherwise.
Yep.
The girls chose Keely.
Yeah. Yep.
Next up, we've got Radagast from The Hobbit up against Neville Longbottom.
Ooh, all right. This time it'll be Emily first.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I've seen all the Hobbit movies, but Radagast is not ringing a bell for me. So I'm definitely seen the Lord of the Rings series like probably 10 times more than I've seen The Hobbit. Like on that ratio. And I'm just such a big Neville fan that like I have to go with Neville Longbottom. He's so great. He's so humble and just a sweet character, and he has one of the biggest growth stories I'd say out of any of the characters. He changes a lot and in really good ways. So I'm gonna pick Neville.
Yeah, even changes in like looks too. I feel like when he's like a little kid, he's like kind of chubby, and then he becomes kind of like just tall and lanky sort of, and then like after Harry Potter was over, supposedly like he's really good looking though. So
yeah, and he's kind of a hero, you know, like he keeps what Harry started going, you know, and he's a big leader at Hogwarts at the end, which is really cool. So yeah,
and also shout out to my other brother Cade, who was supposed to be here tonight, but they're a little late getting their wedding invitations out, so they're like 18 days away. They haven't even sent out an invitation, so they're like trying to put a rush on that. So yeah, but and he's also his favorite character is Aragorn, so he says Aragorn all the way.
Mm-hmm.
And then also we got Wolfman in the comments. What's up, Wolf? But Malcolm, who you got here?
Yeah, I mean, I like Radagast. He's a really fun character that that from the Hobbit movies, played by Sylvester McCoy from Doctor Who fame. But yeah, I really like Neville as a character, and just on the path he went in this books and movies, I think is good, and I think he had a lot more impact to Harry Potter than Radagast did to Middle-earth, so I'm going to go with Neville.
Yeah, so I do remember Radagast, and like for some reason he just seemed kind of like a derpy like wizard that just kind of running through the woods, just kind of like he's got some powers, but he's just kind of this kind of like recluse kind of, I don't know, guy that just is like just living in the forest and so
hey, Jordan, sorry to interrupt you. Cade said he's backstage if you want him to come on for a little bit.
Okay, yeah, I might be able to have him on for like a quick little bit, but maybe after this a vote or two. But yeah. So I mean, he's fine. I remember, didn't he have some kind of sled? He's doing something on a sled or something. I don't know. I just have that like memory, but yeah. Neville's awesome, and he's kind of like one of the like best side characters from Harry Potter, and like he's just honest and like wants people to like do what's right, and then like near the end in the last movie he stands up to Voldemort, and spoiler, I mean we've all seen it here, he dies, and so, or wait, does he die or does he like survive somehow? I can't remember. I thought he died, but I can't remember exactly how it all goes.
Neville doesn't die.
No.
Okay, but he gets attacked. Or something, though. Like I know he's like right at the front lines, like makes a big stand against Lord Voldemort.
Yeah.
Like I don't remember that happening.
Yeah, something like that. So anyways, but he's willing to just put his life on the line. So yeah, I'll go with Neville. And Kerri, who do you got?
Yeah, I also have Neville for a lot of the same reasons that everyone said. He turns into such a lovable character, and also I love his arc, over the whole over the movies, like, he just becomes so brave. And it's really cute.
Yeah. Sounds good. Chad, who do you got?
Yeah, I swear there's probably going to be a matchup where I actually go with the Middle Earth character, but it's not this one. I have to go Neville here. He's maybe the best character in the entire franchise on like any given day. I think you could easily convince someone of that. He's just so sweet in the beginning, stands up to, Hermione and all of them, trying to break the rules. So you could see like his courage from the beginning, and then just his whole arc of just becoming like that hero character at the end. I just think it's just one of the most brilliant arcs in the whole franchise. He's just so great. And just like when Harry's thought to be dead and then everyone else is scared, Neville's the one who freaking steps up, and I don't know, he's just so great. I love Matthew Lewis and that franchise. So yeah, Neville is incredible. 100%.
Yeah, and I don't mind going with an extra person for a minute, because I know Emily can't stay for the whole entire time, and probably Cade either. So I'll bring him in for a minute. But what's up, Cade? We got Caderade the White here.
Oh yeah, good to be on.
I didn't know you guys were doing all the themed names. I should have stepped it up.
You should have. I know. Yeah, you're missing out. But who you got here? We got Radagast from The Hobbit up against Neville Longbottom. So who would you go for?
Yeah, I mean, I love Lord of the Rings so much, but I do love Neville Longbottom as a character. I love how he sticks to his dorkiness. He loves, herbology, right?
Yeah, right.
And he just embraces that, even though he becomes a total hero and a cool leader. He still embraces that kind of geeky side of him. I think that's cool.
Yeah. Well, I think it's going to be Neville.
Did Chris vote?
I didn't get to even vote.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Like at all.
Yeah, sorry.
You skipped on me to vote Cade, and I understand that. But I'm going to say that because of Neville's like being annoyingly like the kid crossing guard, he gets a little like, you probably remember in elementary school, they're like, don't stand up, kids, sit down in the seats. That's what he kind of reminds me of. I mean, yes, eventually he does come through, but he's annoying as hell in the meantime. I'm sorry to use that, but I think he's so annoying. But yes, eventually he does come around. But Radagast, as crazy and wacky as the character sounds like, he is stuck with me. And I know that obviously he's not going through. Everyone's voting for Neville Longbottom because yay. But no, he's too much a goody two shoes for me. So I got to go with Radagast, because that character just stays with me.
Yeah, well, you're right though. Like he is one, like in the first movie, you can't be up after dark or like whatever.
Yes.
Time or something.
Yes.
So
hey, vote with me for the other one.
Yeah.
Go to the dark side.
Yeah.
He helps his house out for doing that because Dumbledore gives him points.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. So.
Now that I have any room to talk, I mean, I have a Spider-Man ring right here, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
And all my nerdy stuff behind me, you guys probably can't really see. Yeah. Oh.
Right. We got Arwen versus Denethor. So,
yep.
Yeah. So we got a Lord of the Rings matchup finally. So Malcolm, you'll be first.
Yeah. This is a little bit easy and a little bit tough at the same time because I do like Denethor as a character. But like he's a dick as a father.
Yeah.
And
Not a good film.
but it's just one of those ones but it's also heartbreaking, like when you see the when he finds out that Boromir is dead and all that, like you can definitely see like how much he did care about Boromir, even though he didn't care at all about his other brother, his other son Faramir. But yeah, unfortunately, it's just I think Arwen is a great character. Just like she's the one that comes to save like Frodo, Aragorn, and all that from like stopping the ringwraiths and all that. And she's just a more fleshed out character throughout the trilogy. And also, there's just not a lot of women to vote for in Middle of as it is. So I'm gonna go Arwen.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you guys have not tried these Doritos. They're called loaded taco flavor. Holy cow, those are like sort of like the best chips I've ever had. But anyways,
where did you get loaded taco flavor from? That sounds phenomenal.
Like new. They had them at I think Fred Meyer's, which is like Kroger here. If you're not.
Oh yeah, so I have to go to my Fred Meyer's.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but for this matchup, kind of tough because these are kind of like not characters that I'm like super high on. I'm just kind of like mid level on them. Like we were doing a tier ranker, these would be like a B level character on each of them probably for me. But you are right, Malcolm. She does come. Arwen does come to kind of save them like at least one time in particular that I remember. And like Denethor's just kind of like a horrible character. Like I mean, just like a evil character. Like he's just like not good. I mean, John Noble is awesome. I love John Noble as an actor. I'm a big Fringe fan. He's on that, but I think Arwen just kind of does a little more, and she kind of adds more to the story overall. So I'll go with Arwen. But Cade, what do you say?
Yeah, I feel like Denethor, he's really good at being hateable. So as an actor, he does a great job. But as far as just like loving the character and like how crucial they are, I feel like Arwen is much better in that way. Like she kind of comes in at the last minute several times to save the day. So I feel like she's got my vote for sure. And she's attractive because she's an elf.
Right. Yeah, right.
Elves are hot.
Yeah, but at the same time too, like she's kind of like a distraction at some points for me because she's like the love interest for Aragorn, and it's like just let him do his thing and like stop distracting him, like he's busy, all right. but I mean, she's still
single man.
Help, but
she distracted me.
Kerri, what do you say here?
Yeah, I say Arwen here. I think Malcolm put it pretty well, actually. There's only a few female characters in the Lord of the Rings, and she also happens to be a fantastic character. Regardless of gender. I've always loved her in these movies. I think she's just kind of like this breath of fresh air, and I love all of her scenes with different characters.
Yeah, sounds good. Chad, who you got here?
Yeah, it's also easy for me. I'm also going Arwen. Denethor, I don't think Denethor's like a deliciously evil villain. Like you can make that argument for Dolores Umbridge, like she's deliciously evil, but like Denethor's just like frustrating, and he's like an asshole to his own kids. I don't know. He's just not a great. He's a good character in the story, but like it's just he's a frustrating character. But Arwen, is just only good. I love the love story between them. I love Liv Tyler just in general, and I think she's great as that character. It's just like when I think of the elves, I kind of think of her. So she's that character for me. So I love Arwen.
Yeah, sounds good. Chris, so you got.
I try not to pile on too much, but yeah, I can agree. Denethor is just a jerk.
Yeah,
but Erwin's amazing. There's other ways I could put it. But I think you summed it up perfectly down there. But and she's gorgeous. But yeah, she comes through and saves the day multiple times, and I love the relationship between her and Aragorn. I feel like she kind of pushes him to be better and stronger, and kind of I love that.
And also,
in her own right, being incredibly strong herself.
She's freaking Steven Tyler's daughter. Come on, rock on, come on. Right?
Yeah.
But Emily, who you got?
Yeah, we're kind of beating a dead horse, but I feel like Arwen is like a really good like example, I guess, for other women. Just she's kind of like a Disney princess, good heroine, and she's really like strong and has a lot of really good characteristics where she's kind and she's classy, and I was her for Halloween one year, so I definitely like her. Yeah, she and you. I mean, I know you said the love is distracting, but everybody loves a good love story, and love conquers all, right? So I feel like I like her a lot. And Denethor is just kind of like slimy to me. Like kind of what I think what Chad was saying is like he's not really like a villain you love to hate as much. Like I don't feel very passionately about disliking him. And I think that's why he's kind of just like for me.
Yeah, I would have loved to see Denethor go up against Peter Pettigrew. I think they're both kind of Weasley characters.
Yes,
like that would have been a good matchup. So, but
that would have definitely been a good matchup.
Yeah. Right, next up, we've got Pippin up against Elrond.
Oh man!
Oh my gosh! See, this one's
a little bit tougher.
And you're starting it off.
Yeah. Let me see. So, yeah, like this one's tough because, like, I really like Merry and Pippin, like as characters, and like Pippin's great, especially like Billy Boyd is like such a great human. Like, I love watching his podcast that he does. Like it's with I'm forgetting the other actor, but Charlie from Lost. That's how I know. But
Dom Monaghan.
Yeah, Dom Monaghan, and also he can sing. He has like a song that he does that's pretty awesome. And like Elrond's great too, though. He's like an elf king, and he can fight like really well. But like for whatever reason, I just feel like Pippin just comes in clutch a lot, like especially with like the like Ents and the little walking tree guys, and he just comes in a pinch when you least expect it to save the day. So I think I'm gonna slightly edge it out to Pippin, but it's close for me. But Kerri, what do you say?
Yeah, this is close. I think these are both really fantastic characters. I'm gonna have to give it to Pippin though. He's just, I don't know. He's just that lovable guy. He provides, I think, some much needed humor in this series, and I think that just like endears him to me a lot. And Elrond, he's really noble, but I feel like he can be a little judgy. Pippin's not really good at it, I'm going.
Yeah. So we lost Cade for a quick second. I'll go back to him. Who you got here, Pippin or Elrond?
Yeah, I love Pippin because I feel like he's the one who kind of softens the heart of Lord Denethor a little bit. And I don't know, I love his song as well. Yeah. I think his song is sweet in I think it's the third movie, right?
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, and he adds humor. I love the what about second breakfast quote. It's my favorite.
Yes.
Oh yeah, second breakfast. Yeah.
So yeah, definitely Pippin.
Yeah, I forgot about the second breakfast. That almost like wins it right there. Yeah, right. That is sweet, but
I think this conversation's over now.
I would almost rather have second breakfast and just skip lunch. Like that's my kind of thing. But Chad, who you got here?
Yeah, Elrond is a very strong, like, leading elf there, but yeah, definitely going Pippin 100% here. He's kind of like Neville a lot. Like, he's kind of
Yeah.
kind of a fuck up at sometimes. You know, kind of. I don't want to say like Neville's like dumb, but kind of makes a lot of mistakes. And Pippin's definitely not dumb, but like they kind of like make like a lot of mistakes, like forgetting the passwords to the the tower, and knocking the stuff over and the lines or whatever. And did you guys hear me defending Pippin against from Gandalf earlier? Yeah, Pippin basically is kind of tied for my favorite Hobbit, and on any given day he's my favorite Hobbit. I just think he's just got that like silly kind of whimsicalness to him. Like it's almost like he doesn't pay attention all the time, or like wait, I'm in, where are we going kind of deal. Like I don't even know what the hell's going on, but I'm here. And then at the end he starts to become more of a hero and stuff like that, just like Neville does. So yeah, I really love Pippin in the movies. He's one of the characters I love watching the most.
Yeah, sounds good. Chris, who you got?
Like I said, Elrond's a solid character, but Pippin is just so kind, and he's so funny, and he's so just real. I feel like it's tough because I know that I said the same things about Neville, and I was like, but I like that Pippin isn't afraid to kind of like totally mess things up. Like he's kind of a goof at times, and he's kind of like, I feel like kind of a devil may care, which I feel like is how I try to live my life that way. And I feel like I get overly excited about like movies. I get overly excited about all kinds of things, and I feel like so I kind of relate to Pippin in that way.
Yeah.
So I'd say definitely Pippin.
Yeah, sounds good. Emily.
Yeah, I think like when I think back on Merry and Pippin's lines, I feel like Pippin has the more iconic lines most of the time. Like he's just super funny. And I love both of them, but Pippin does stand out more to me. I've always liked him a little bit more. And like everyone else said, Elrond is a strong character, but I don't think he contributes a lot to the movement of the plot, at least not as drastically. But Pippin, I feel like Merry and Pippin did a lot in just like showing their kind of like blind loyalty to Frodo and Sam, and the way that they would be so selfless and be there for them, and that they were along for the ride no matter what. I just thought that was really cool. But then they're also kind of just like these like weird adventuring sort of like bopping around guys, like the way they get like lost in the forest with Treebeard is like just funny, and that whole like section of the movie is like, what the heck is going on? But it's also like really awesome because they lead, like they're kind of like the leading force in the trees being a part of the war, So like, I mean, really, he is like a really great character, and him and Merry are like a really good team, and they may seem kind of like they might not get a lot done, because of their personalities, but I think together they kind of balance each other out and end up actually being really strong characters.
Yeah, sounds good. Malcolm, who you got here?
So I think Elrond is a cool character. Like he's the one that sets off the mission, so to speak, and sends everyone on their way and makes weird appearances. But yeah, I think Pippin is a really well-rounded character, and it's when like him and Merry get separated, it's one of those like for the most of the movie have always been together, they've always done stuff together. It was heartbreaking when they ended up having to be split apart, but like Pippin ends up saving Faramir's life from Denethor burning him on the pyre, like he sort of becomes selfless and heroic near the end as well. So for that, I'm also going to go Pippin here.
Yeah, and Billy Boyd, like he has the coolest accent. Because if you watch their podcast, The Friendship Onion, like he's from Glasgow and he's from Scotland, and like I just love that type of accent. It's really cool.
We've got Gollum up against Saruman.
Ooh, okay.
Oh my gosh!
Dang.
And the picture they used for Gollum, that's actually a picture from the airport in Wellington. So that's an actual
nice.
They put a replica of Gollum catching the fish in the airports. They've
That's
also
awesome.
got Smaug there, but I couldn't find a good picture.
That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, well, this time it'll be Cade up first. So, you got Gollum versus Saruman. Cade, can you hear? Oh, cool.
Can.
All right.
So we've got Gollum Smeagol versus Saruman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like for me, it's a no-brainer, Gollum Smeagol, just because it's just kind of that classic, like, dual personality. Like, he's trying to overcome, like, the dark. Like, you see the good in Smeagol, that he's, like, this innocent little creature. But then there's Gollum, like, the dark side of him that wants the ring and wants to be evil. Or, is, I guess, like, selfish and greedy, prideful. So... yeah, I think it goes to him just because there are some like funny, and even like it's kind of crazy to say like almost cute moments like where he's being Smeagol, he almost acts like a little puppy. But then you see also like this other really dark side of him. So I feel like just that contrast, that spectrum of personality gives him the win.
Yeah. Sounds good. Kerri, who you got?
Yeah, I'm also gonna go Gollum here. He's one of the most complex characters in the franchise, and I just love it, like his backstory and how he came to be the way he is, and that we get to see that in the movies. And Andy Serkis just does an amazing job. Saruman's also a really great character. It's kind of sad to see him go. It would be, if he does go this early, it would be sad to see him go. But to me, like Gollum is like one of the best characters in the whole franchise.
Yeah. Chad.
Yeah, I'm gonna mirror the same thing. Gollum Smeagol. Before I ever got into Lord of the Rings, that was the character that I was the most interested in because I was like, what the hell is that thing? And, like the voice and everyone doing the voice and stuff like that. I wanted to watch the franchise because of him. And, just like revolutionized, motion capture, all that stuff, like Kerri was saying. Christopher Lee is great as Saruman. They're actually both kind of like tragic characters because they both started out as like good people and then were corrupted by the ring and all that stuff. But yeah, Gollum Smeagol, just like Kerri says, so complex that I just love how he can like come in and basically like tear a friendship apart almost and just like drive Frodo and Sam against each other. And you got one side that's just so you want to like him so much because he's so innocent, and then you got the other manipulative side, and they both like play on each other and all that stuff. And it's just one of the great acting performances and just one of the great characters. So yeah, Gollum Smeagol.
Yeah. Chris, who you got?
Gollum Smeagol is absolutely an awesome character, but Christopher Lee as Saruman is absolutely incredible. Plays such a good dynamic character who eventually turns evil. When he turns evil, he's just wow. He's incredible. So those scenes with him is absolutely awesome. So you know what? I'm gonna go with Christopher Lee as Saruman.
Yeah. Emily, who you got?
Yeah, I think what's interesting about Saruman, I guess, is that like it's almost confusing at a certain point what's right and wrong sometimes, and I think like he gets so lost in a way, but and but I think both characters do, and both get convinced that what's wrong is right. And I think that makes me interested in both. But I think what kind of pulls me onto the Gollum Smeagol side is just that kind of what Kid was saying, like the dual personality thing, I think is like, I mean, obviously we don't have, like, I hope none of us have split personality, but we have like a small version of that inside ourselves. I think, that kind of like the Kronk situation where there's like an angel devil on each side, and so like, I don't know, but it's so much more of a complex version of that, and there's something really interesting about that. I think there's a reason why they do that in Emperor's New Groove, and why they do something like that here, because we all have like good and evil within us, and we're trying to decide which one is right, and we can often get pulled to the dark sometimes. And I think without Gollum and Smeagol, I don't think the story would be at all what it is. And so, yeah, I think it's a pretty pivotal.
Yeah, sounds good. Malcolm, who you going with here?
I think it's definitely going to suck losing Saruman certainly. Like he Christopher Lee is great as the role, and Gollum Smeagol is just an incredible character, and the way they managed to pull it off with like Andy Serkis and that is just amazing. I don't know if you did ever put that clip that I sent you in here, but just the speech that they did for the MTV Movie Awards was just entertaining. If you know, you know.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go Gollum.
Yeah, so I'll just keep my comments short, but I'll echo what you guys said. But I got to give it to Gollum just for his song when he's like trying to catch fish, when he's like the rockin' pool, so nice and cool, so juicy, sweet, or whatever. Like that always makes me laugh. And it's kind of like a sweet moment from Smeagol, but then like almost in the same scene, he's kind of talking to himself and going back and forth and like kind of like battling the good versus evil and like the ring kind of the desire for the ring is like overcoming him. But yeah, I think that he's great. So I'll go Gollum.
Next up, we've got Peter Pettigrew up against Legolas.
Ooh, there he is.
Yeah, right.
Hard one.
Yeah. So this time we'll go with Chad first. What you got?
What? Yeah, because you got, like you guys were saying, Peter Pettigrew is pretty slimy. He's fine when he doesn't say anything and he's just Scabbers. But when he changes, he's just kind of a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And Legolas was never like one of my favorite characters, but he's cool. I love the kind of brotherhood like dynamic he has with Gimli. Yeah, I'll go Legolas here. Told you I wouldn't always go Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I do like Peter Pettigrew as like a kind of a complex like traitor character. He's very, very important. But I like sometimes going with the like virtuous characters from Lord of the Rings. Sometimes they have a lot riding on their shoulders. So Legolas.
Yeah. Sounds good. Chris, who you got?
This is tough. I mean, yeah, Peter Pettigrew is such a great character, but just for that incredibly epic scene where Legolas shoots all those arrows all at once and kills all those orcs is amazing. So I got to go with Legolas. He's just casually badass. Like, yeah, he's kind of like the John Wick of the Lord of the Rings world. He can kill anybody with a pen.
Yeah. He is kind of like that. But Emily, you got?
Yeah, I'm kind of like, I'm a little torn because I totally agree with them in that. Yeah, the scene where he's just going crazy with the arrows. I mean, he's just super agile, Legolas, for agile, and he's just like a force, you know, and I feel like he is someone to look up to, and he's a hero. Then Peter Pettigrew, like so much of the story moves along with him, and the whole reason why the third movie is interesting is because of him. Like he creates so much intrigue, he drives the plot, and then even into the fourth one, he's the one who basically is bringing Lord Voldemort back to life. So he's a super strong part of the plot. I'm gonna pick Peter Pettigrew. I'm gonna be weird.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Malcolm, who you got?
I mean, if it wasn't for Peter Pettigrew, Sirius Black would never have gone to Azkaban, and they would have never been trapped for life as a rat.
Yeah, right.
Who knows what their story would have gone then. But yeah, I mean, I like Peter. I think Peter Pettigrew is a very interesting character, and I think Timothy Spall plays him really well. But yeah, look, I think Legolas is a really great character, and I think it's definitely one of those characters that I think if at least the main fellowship don't move on, it's going to be interesting. I don't. But yeah, I think Legolas as well. I think the rivalry between him and Gimli, I think, really work as well. Like, especially when he was like shooting down the Oliphants, like that's the one who counts as one. So I'm gonna go Legolas.
Yeah. Peter Pettigrew is a weird character to me. Just really like a Weasley kind of guy, and if you look at like Timothy Spall, like you look at a picture of him, he actually just looks just like the character in real life. It's kind of weird. He's kind of like
not anymore. He's lost a lot of weight since.
Yeah, true. but yeah, that is true though. Like the whole third movie, he's a big a part of it, because when Harry gets the Marauders map, he sees Peter Pettigrew on there, and he's like, "Wait a minute, didn't that character die?" And then I can't remember who finds him in the hall, if it's like Lupin or something, like finds him, and
Snape and Lupin.
Yeah, and he's like, "Well, wait a minute, like just so you know, like I saw a character on the map that is already dead, so I don't know if the map's really working properly or something." It says Peter Pettigrew, so they kind of know something's up there. But Legolas though is just an awesome character, just like the Robin Hood of Lord of the Rings. Like he's just like running around with a bow. He has a really cool scene. I think it's in the third one where he slides down the banister and he like shoots all those guys. That's really cool. And yeah, like I just think that he's like such a cool character. He's one of the main like fellowship, like one of the members, and like one of the first people to really join up with them. So yeah, I'll go with Legolas. And also Orlando Bloom's awesome. So yeah.
And ever since and from when Legolas says, "You have my bow," he never says anything to Frodo at all in any of the other movies.
Oh, really? Kind of interesting.
If you rewatch it, like he never says anything to Frodo at all in those movies.
You're just too busy arguing back and forth with Gimli or something.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but Cade, who you got here?
Yeah, just to add to that, I saw a funny thing on Instagram where it says, like the caption says, like all the times that Legolas talked to Frodo, and all you see is "and my bow." When he like when he offers like his help for the quest or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I don't know why I didn't remember him just talking to him once.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I have a special connection with Legolas. I mean, I think Peter Pettigrew was a good character in terms of just like, I guess making the evil happen, and he definitely does a good job of making himself look evil, that actor. But yeah, I've been a big fan of Lord of the Rings since I was really young, and mainly just for like the cool action sequences. And that's why I love Legolas the most, because he has the cool action scenes. Like Jordan said, like sliding down the stairs with the shield and shooting people with arrows and taking down like these giant elephants. with a bunch of orcs on him. But yeah, just a fun, tiny story. I was Legolas for Halloween when I was 8 years old, and I was confused multiple times. A bunch of people thought I was a girl when I showed up in my blonde wig. Like, there was one door in particular where I was with my cousin, who's a girl, and then my sister. And then the lady opens up the door and she said, "Oh, don't you girls look cute?"
Yeah. Like, not a girl.
Like, I'm Legolas the Brave.
Yeah.
You don't know me. Come on. Anyway, I love Legolas. So, yeah, I love his style, his grace, agility, his light. Like, just, I don't know, just the style of the elves I love. And he's also, when he had that little, spiff with Aragorn in the second movie, he was humble enough to seek forgiveness from him. I thought that was a cool moment for his character as well.
Yeah. Cool. Sounds good. Kerri, who you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Legolas here. I mean, usually given the choice between a hero and a villain, I'm probably gonna go the hero.
Yeah.
And Legolas is like one of the best heroes, and I don't know what else to say that hasn't really been said about him. He's just a fantastic character.
Yeah. Sounds good. Well, it'll be Legolas. Right.
I love him too.
Moody up against Lurtz from Lord.
Okay, nice. We got an orc on there. Nice. So it'll be Chris first.
You know what? This is pretty easy for me, actually. I think Professor Mad-Eye Moody is such a great character. He just plays that good, like, evil guy who's kind of watching over, like, the castle, making sure they're all kind of, doing what they should be doing. And I just love the way he's played out and everything. He's just absolutely awesome. So for that reason, I got to go with Professor Mad-Eye Moody.
Yeah. Emily, you're gonna go.
Yeah, Lurtz doesn't seem to have a lot of personality.
No. Looks like a zombie or something.
But I mean, yeah, he's a baddie in a way, I guess. But Professor Mad-Eye Moody to me embodies that more like baddie type of personality. I also think his story is kind of sad in a way because he gets sort of like duped by, essentially taken over by Barty Crouch too, and so we don't necessarily know him to the full extent in the beginning, and so then you kind of learn more about him being an Auror, and he's just kind of kicking butt and taking names after that. It's like helping out with the Alliance to help protect Harry and help the good side win. And he may seem kind of like an evil guy, but he was just down in a hole for a long time and was not evil. He's actually a really good person. So, anyways,
trapped in a magical chest.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm gonna go with Mad-Eye.
Yeah. Malcolm, who you got?
Yeah, it's one of those ones I want to include some orcs in Uruk-hai, but there's really not a lot of named ones in the movies that people would know. Lurtz was the one that killed Boromir, which is why I'm voting Professor Moody.
Oh, okay, yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, like when I first saw Professor Moody in the fourth movie, he kept drinking this stuff. I'm like, is he just like some old drunk or something that's just drunk everywhere? I didn't really understand. Oh no, that's actually Polyjuice Potion, and that's not really him. That's like another guy, Barty Crouch, I guess. Yeah. So he just kind of seemed like when they call him Mad-Eye Moody, like mad. He's kind of crazy with his eye going out in all directions and just drinking this stuff. But he's actually a really cool. Character, and he's kind of like one of the main members of the Order of the Phoenix, and comes to help rescue Harry in the fifth movie, and then he's just there for the fight, like until the end, and Brendan Gleeson, he's awesome too. Like I think he's a great actor. I'll watch him in like literally anything. So yeah, I'll go with Mad-Eye Moody. I don't really like know too much about Lurtz. I do recognize the character when you say that he kills a Boromir. That sucks. So I'll go with Mad-Eye Moody. Cade.
My main man, Lurtz. Easy win.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Easy.
No, just kidding. I didn't even know that was his name.
Yeah.
But yeah. I think we can all agree he's annoying. You know, he's killing Boromir, but that's a cool moment for Boromir. So if it wasn't for Lurtz, we wouldn't see the valor of Boromir. But at the same time, yeah, Professor Mad-Eye Moody is a cool character. He's almost like Snape-like. You know, you kind of think he might be up to something. He kind of has a dark side. You know, like kind of seems like he could be evil. I mean, obviously, yeah, like Emily said, you find out it wasn't even him that whole time in it's the fourth movie, right? The Goblet of Fire.
Yeah.
But then he just ends up being this rock star throughout the series, just being a Death Eater killer. So I'm definitely going to go with Mad-Eye Moody. But also, I'm going to throw this in there. I hate to say it. This is my last commentary because we've got the wedding invites right here. My fiance and I are getting married soon, so we're going to construct all these. So anyway, this is me signing off. Sorry, you guys.
Well, thanks for sticking around and good luck with all that. That might be quite a task getting all those done. So
it might be a long night. But yeah, the wedding's 2 weeks away, so we're 2.5. So yeah, it's about time to do these.
Yeah, right. It's about time. Yeah. Well, I was just gonna say really quick, like before you I was telling Dad you were gonna be on, but then you had to bail to go do some wedding invites, and he's like, they're just doing the wedding invites now. That's like crazy or something. Yeah. But anyway,
Dad dealt with me, who was like really particular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But well, good luck and say hi to Caitlin for me. So.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, good luck with that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
Congrats to you guys in advance. I know that is a lot of work.
Yeah.
Those
it is.
with many hands. So good luck.
Yeah, thank you. It was fun, you
All
guys.
Right. Yeah. See you later.
Yeah. See ya. Bye.
Yep.
Hey, love you. Bye.
But we'll go to Kerri. Who you got here?
Yeah, this isn't difficult. I'm going with the character who sacrificed his life for the cause instead of killing a character who killed a beloved character. Going Professor Mad-Eye Moody here.
Yeah. Sounds good. Chad.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting because when we thought we got a lot of Professor Mad-Eye Moody, we actually got not as much because, it was Bartimus Crutch Jr. instead for most of, that movie, 5. Wait, is 5? Yeah. 4. 4.
Yeah.
God. 4. But we do get like a lot of like stuff like Kerri said that he like sacrifices himself, and he's just a very interesting character even when he is really Mad-Eye Moody, but he's also interesting when he's Barty Crouch Jr. But yeah, Lurtz, he's really not that interesting. Kind of badass for a second, but pretty easily defeated there too. So. And just, I don't think as iconic as Moody is. So, yep.
Yeah, sounds good. So it'll be Mad-Eye Moody. I figured pretty easy.
Next up, we've got Frodo Baggins up against Ginny Weasley.
Ooh, okay. And this time it'll be, I believe it's Emily first. So you got here.
Okay, my husband just walked in. You can come say hi.
Sure. If he wants to, yeah.
Yeah, he like came in up here, so.
Oh, nice.
That's Jake, by the way.
Yeah.
But Bilbo Baggins and Ginny Weasley. Gosh, that's hard. I think I don't know. Ginny's great because obviously she's kind of the opposite of Harry in the end, you know, and help support him in a lot of ways. And there's a lot of good things about her, but I don't feel like she really like adds a ton to the plot, I guess. Like I do really like her as a character. I think she's interesting, but Bilbo Baggins is obviously a much like more important character for the plot of that story, and I feel like his story in The Hobbit is really interesting in the whole like backstory for the Lord of the Rings. So I don't know. I'm probably gonna go with Bilbo Baggins. I like Ginny, and I'm like sad to see her. I don't know. I don't know what you guys are gonna say, but I would be sad to see her go, I guess, in a way. But yeah, I think Bilbo takes the cake for me.
Yeah, sounds good. Malcolm, who you got?
Yeah, I'm one of the defenders of Ginny. I know there's a lot of Potterheads out there is like, oh, Harry and Ginny don't belong together. Harry should have been in it for Hermione and all that. And
Yep.
but I think I really like Ginny and Harry as a couple. Like, even though you don't see much of it in the movies, but I think you see enough to sort of get the gist of it. But yeah, this unfortunately I've also got to go Barber here. Like Barber is the character which sort of sets everything in motion. And once again, if he never got the ring, then Lord of the Rings never happens.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go Barber on this.
Yeah.
Hey
So,
Jordan,
like-
I'm sorry to cut in. Jake and I have to run.
Sure, yeah.
But I just wanted to say I had a lot of fun, and yeah,
thanks for
with the rest of the
Emily, it's good to see you.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Yeah,
They're
sorry.
gonna go see
couldn't join
Grand
much,
Turismo, so
but-
that movie's awesome.
Oh,
so
you're
enjoy
Yeah,
it.
when you see Grand
Take care.
So yeah, a little bit of Legolas tonight. 'Cause
Nice,
Orlando-
yeah, some Orlando Bloom.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks.
Have a
Emily.
great night.
Yeah, see you guys. Bye.
See ya. But I think here, so I've got a little bit of a hot take on Ginny Weasley. I kind of think she's a stupid character. like I just don't really like her very much. Like, she should have just died in Chamber of Secrets or whatever happened like to her. Like, I'm just like really, because I just think Harry should have ended up with Hermione, because in the fourth movie when you see Hermione walking down the stairs and looking all pretty in her dress, they don't cut to Ron, they cut to Harry, and you see the look on Harry's face, and he's the one that's like shocked, and you think he's the one that them might have some feelings for, and they kind of like allude to it, and like there's certain like moments that they have together, like in the Prisoner of Azkaban, when they go back in time, it's just Hermione and Harry on an adventure. Like, I don't know. There's just so many moments where I'm just like, they should have ended up together. It's weird that you ended up with Ginny. Kind of like there's like almost like they just decided at like some point, like 4 or 5 movies in, they're like, oh, we'll just make Ginny the love interest. Like, why not? Like almost like they didn't have it planned out. But at the same time, though, it's from a book, so maybe like they've decided so many books in that like that's what it was going to be. I don't know, but like Bilbo's awesome. I think Martin Freeman is a great actor, and like he plays the character really, really well. Like kind of like a like timid but yet brave hobbit. And then even when you see him older in Lord of the Rings, like Ian Holm, like he's a fun little nod to see him in there. But yeah, I got to go with Bilbo though. So yeah, I believe it's going to be. Will everybody vote?
Well, you've still
No, I haven't voted.
Okay. We got the 3 below us. Okay, so Kerri, who you got? Sorry.
I really love Ginny Weasley as a character. I think the movies don't quite do her as much justice. It's by virtue of these are gigantic books, especially the later ones, and they just can't fit in every character arc. I think the relationship between her and Harry makes a lot more sense in the movies or in the books than it does in the movies. and she has a lot more personality, I think, in the books. Regardless, though, I'm going to go Bilbo Baggins here. I think he is the absolute best part of the Hobbit movies. And I think he's also fantastic in Fellowship. He's just a great character. Like you guys said, he gets the adventure started. And yeah, he's given a lot more screen time, but he's the hero of the Hobbit. And it's so great to see like his arc during those movies.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Chad, who you got?
I'm gonna show some love to Ginny here, because I mean, I do, like you said it like really great, especially as far as like the books go and stuff. But even in the movies, I think she's so sweet. Even when she just gives the one line in Sorcerer's Stone. But yeah, I actually because I actually agreed with Jordan when I read the books that I was like, oh, Ginny. Of all the characters, but then in like the movies, I think the romance was done so well, and I so much disagree with the thought of Harry and Hermione ending up together, just because like to me that's like one of the best like platonic friendships and loves in like movies. But yeah, that aside, I just think Ginny is a great character. Bilbo is definitely a great character. It's just I don't know. I don't really remember The Hobbit specifically that much. I really need to revisit those movies. I don't care for Ian Holmes' character in the main series that much. He always scared me with when his eyes like almost popped out of it. That scares the shit out of me. I'm like,
it's kind of unlikable too. I don't know.
Like no, thank you to that part. But no, he is definitely a great character. Both guys who play him are amazing. But yeah, no, he's gonna win anyway, so I'm gonna give it some love to Ginny.
Yeah. Well, Chris, who you got here?
You know what? I'm also gonna give some love to Ginny as well. I think she's a great character. I feel like, we've all kind of known the nerdy girl that we kind of like, we kind of fall in love with, and it kind of encourages Harry, I feel like, to be more of himself, and kind of, especially when Harry is like struggling with everything he's dealing with. And I know it's not really that illustrated that well in the movies as much of that character arc, but it's there. And I feel like Ginny kind of helps Harry along and kind of pushes him to be like, you know what? No, I'm not a failure. I'm better than this. I can actually defeat Voldemort. I'm not a loser. I deserve this, because you've read the books. Like, there was a lot of like moments of those books where Harry almost gave up entirely. But Ginny was right there to be like, hey, you know what? Yeah, you got this. So I'm going to go with Jenny's character as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, I agree. Ian Holmes creeped me the hell out as well. Yeah. Nope.
Yeah.
But that Bilbo is going to move on.
Yeah.
And I will say, I always saw Harry and Hermione as like a brother sister type relationship. It's like the look that he gave Simone reminds me of like the like when your brother said your sister going to prom for her first time and her dress.
Yeah, it could be more like that, maybe. Yeah.
We've got Boromir up against Professor Flitwick.
Ooh, okay. And you got the iconic shot, so that's awesome for Boromir. Yeah, but and I believe we get you, Malcolm, first.
Yeah.
Okay, so who you got?
Yeah, I mean, I think Professor Flitwick is a cool character. Like, even though for whatever reason they changed him up in between movies, which is why I put both looks there. Because like he suddenly gets younger, or either that, or he's uses a lot of hair dye just to cover up his his bald spots and whatnot. I don't know, but yeah, they play perfectly for Warwick Davis. But yeah, like even though he meets in like untimely demise in Fellowship of the Ring, I think Boromir is a really interesting character and a complex. Like he goes on this quest, then like he gets tempted by the ring, but ultimately like says no, it's for you to carry. But yeah, so I'm gonna go Boromir.
Yeah, well, these Harry Potter characters, they're magical. Like if they're going bald, I'm sure there's some spell that could just like grow their hair right back to
or lose weight like he did in there right there.
Like Harris grow his Bacchus or whatever the spell is. I don't know. But,
I mean, if that's the case, why did he do it from the start of the?
Yeah, right.
I
don't know.
Like, all the time. It's like
maybe he was okay with it for a minute, and then he's like, maybe I don't like this, and then, wanted to change. I don't know, but yeah, I want to give some love though to Boromir, just because like Sean Bean's character dies in everything, and like he deserves more than that, to not die in like almost everything he's in. So yeah, I'll give it to Boromir, but I will say one of my like fun little Professor Flitwick moments is in the fourth movie when they're at the Yule Ball and they're all doing the mosh pit. And of course, he's the one that's like crowd surfing over everyone. It's like they got the little guy to crowd surf. Come on, but it's fun. So yeah.
I mean, to be fair, there's probably more on Sean Bean's agent for what the movies he gets cast.
Yeah, right.
But he doesn't die in everything. He doesn't die in Percy Jackson.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, he doesn't die in everything. But I'll give it to Boromir. But Kerri, who you got here?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Boromir as well. How could you not? That is the meme of all memes. But in all seriousness, I think he is a really fantastic character. I love that scene in Fellowship where he almost gets the ring, and then in Two Towers he feels so bad about it, and he
dies at the end of Fellowship.
Oh my god, what am I talking about?
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, you said next to him in extended versions that did Two Towers and flashbacks.
Yeah.
But he is such a great character. I'm like mixing eyes because usually I watch them like all in a row and it all just bleeds together. But yeah, I'm going Boromir. I think he's such a complex character, and I do think I don't know, he shows that weakness, but it is realistic.
Yeah, and he gets killed by, what was that other orc's name? Like up above? Yeah, Lurtz. He gets killed by freaking Lurtz. Like, screw him. but Chad, who you got?
my all-time favorite like Flitwick moment is when Hagrid stabs his hand and he goes, "You idiot!"
Oh yeah, when they're sitting at the table. Yeah,
I love that moment so much. I can't wait for it every time I watch that movie. I'm also going to go Boromir here though, because like Fellowship is my favorite of the three, which I don't know how many people think that, but for me, I've just always loved the introduction of everything and how that all plays out. But also because like Boromir is such a deep character, because he is so affected by the ring, and he like wants that ring so bad, almost like Gollum, but not on the same level. But then like when he just feels so much remorse at the end and then decides to like fight for to defend all that's good and stuff like that, he's struck down. And he could have easily been just a villain in the thing, and then his whole arc makes him into a hero. And it's so much so that I think that's one of the big moments in Fellowship when you cry. It was when Boromir dies, and Aragorn has that beautiful moment with him and stuff like that. So yeah, Boromir is 100% a great character. It's not just a meme.
Yeah, it's true. Well, Chris, who you got?
Yeah, Boromir is such an incredible character, like you were kind of saying. I don't want to really like stack on top of that, but you kind of summed up why he's such a great character. And it's Sean Bean. He's so cool. Like he's just so badass. Like he can play just that character really well. And I just love, you see this, he has this loyalty to protect them above all, yet at the same time, he has that weakness of the ring that he struggles with. And he ultimately is able to sort of like push through it as much as he wants to put it on, and just gives it to him, so he doesn't have to deal with it. And yeah, that scene when he gets killed is absolutely heartbreaking. I remember sobbing like a baby, and I don't care how many times I've seen those movies, and it's a shit ton of times. But it definitely breaks my heart every single time. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, yeah. Sean Bean though, he's played some of the coolest characters. I mean, he was a king in Game of Thrones. He was Boromir. He was freaking 006 in GoldenEye. Like, he's done a lot of cool stuff. But Malcolm, what did you say here?
I've already voted.
Oh yeah, you were first. Okay.
One does not simply get a clean sweep.
Yeah, right. You would have a one simply joke. Yeah.
Right, we've got Azog the Defiler from The Hobbit up against Nymphadora.
Don't call her Nymphadora.
Yeah.
What's she gonna do about it?
Yeah.
Nympha.
Yeah. But I guess I'm first this time. So this one's kind of interesting because like Tonks, like I don't know if she like does a whole lot in the Harry Potter series. I mean, but she has a really cool look to her. Like I like the hair that's always changing colors and stuff. And she's like a really cool. I can't remember who she's like married to, like one of them, or like dating.
Lupin.
Wait, did you say Lupin? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So she's with Lupin, and so I mean she is cool, but like Azog, like I feel like if we're gonna give it to an orc, like, I feel like he might be one of the ones to give it to because I think is he in the second Hobbit?
He's the main villain of the whole Hobbit movies.
Okay, because I just remember
he's one of the main.
The like scene where they have to face him like the side of like a cliff or something, and like man, he just is like this big hulking kind of really cool, just like big like probably one of the coolest looking orcs out there, and like really like menacing and yeah, like he's one that's like big and like frightening enough and just all that you remember him like you so whenever he shows up you're like oh shit, it's Azog again, crap. What are we gonna do? So yeah, I'll give it to Azog. Yeah. Kerri, what do you say?
I think I'm still gonna give it to Tonks, even though she doesn't get a ton of screen time. I really have always loved her character. Like, I think she's really funny, and yeah, and I just don't really care for Azog.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds good. Chad.
Yeah, I'm on the same wavelength. I'm just default Harry Potter unless like a Middle Earth character like really earns it for me. Like the only reason I didn't go Gandalf because it was against Harry Potter, kind of a deal. Tonks, yeah, not like one of the most relevant characters in the whole franchise. In the book she saves Harry's life, on the train, but it's Luna in the movie. But as a character overall, I think she's great. And yeah, like Kerri was saying, she's funny. She shows the cool way you can, change your characteristics and hair color, and that's just kind of a cool bit of magic that she displays that not a lot of people do. And like I said, the Hobbits I just haven't really gone back to, which I really need to, but even then I don't really think Azog is that memorable, but we'll see what the other people think. Yeah, I'll go Tonks.
Yeah, sounds good. Chris, what do you say?
I gotta go with Azog the Defiler. Yeah. Just an epic bad guy and just an evil, just badass orc. I gotta go with him for sure.
Yeah, sounds good. Malcolm, I guess it's down to you.
Yeah, I like Tom, so it's she's a great character. But yeah, unfortunately, she doesn't do a lot. Like in Order of the Phoenix, like, or in any of her appearances, really, like, for me. But yeah, Azog, like, is a good character, and for what is like arguably the big one of the main bad guys of the series. I think it's really good, and I think Azog has a really good Death Strike because it's his Death Strike slays is because it's played by Manu Bennett anyway. If
nice.
those strikes
That's
wasn't going anywhere,
I didn't even know that. That's cool.
But yeah, so Azog's going to move on.
Yeah, Azog.
Next up, we've got Hagrid up against Treebeard.
Oh no! This is like
this
perfect.
It's like a perfect matchup. Yeah. And also, Brian in the comics, he was voting for Hagrid, so we'll see. But and I believe it's me first. And yeah, this one's unfortunate for me because like I love Treebeard. I think he's a really cool character. But it's freaking Hagrid, and like Hagrid's got to be in my top like out of all these characters on the whole thing, he's in like my top 5. Like he's just really cool. Just like he's a really sweet heart, and like he's almost like the I don't know, like the like kind of wise old kind of uncle character, like you could say for like Harry, Ron, and Hermione. Like he's just always looking out for him. He's just always like you can tell they really cares. He cares a lot about animals, about like all these creatures, and like you can see that like even though he's a big guy and kind of looks a little like maybe like a little like intimidating to some people, he has a soft heart because even kind of has like a romance in the 4th movie of sorts with the one headmaster lady, and yeah, like I think he's just like a really awesome character, and like every time you're like every time like he's about to lose his job, like you're about to get sacked, or like he's about to lose one of his like pets that he has, like you always feel for him. You're always like, man, like you're like rooting for him to like win. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Hagrid. Kerri, what do you say?
This is so sad. Because I love Treebeard. But Hagrid was like, you know, one of those characters I just grew up with, and he is such a presence in all of the Harry Potter movies and in all of the books. And just really kind of that's, you know, like the adult in Harry's life one of the adults who gives him just unconditional love when he needs it so much. So I'm going Hagrid here.
Yeah, but I was going to mention really quick that like I went to Universal Studio to the Wizarding World for the first time last year, and it was right after Robbie Coltrane passed away, and so they had a little thing where like everybody like came to the like Diagon Alley, and they all raised their wands for Robbie Coltrane in unison. There's a YouTube video we can see it happen, but like I wish I could have been there for that, because that would have been like a really like cool like special moment. But
wow.
But we just missed it by like about 2 weeks. Like it happened before we got there. So yeah. But Chad, who you got here?
You're a wizard, Harry. Yeah, I actually during our baby shower to reveal the gender of our son to everyone, I said that you're a wizard.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
That's part of it. But yeah, Hagrid is my choice. But yeah, this one is so close because they're two very similar characters. They both fight for good. They're both, you know, people you can like depend on. I mean, one's a tree, but you know, they're people you can depend on, and people that will probably carry you around if you need them to. Hagrid literally carries Harry at the end of the movie, just like, you know, Treebeard carries those hobbits. But yeah, just like everyone's been saying, Hagrid is like kind of the character. He's like top 5 easily, maybe top 3 Harry Potter characters, just because he's so genuine, so loving. You know, he's so trusting too, so much so that like he just spills all of his secrets to Harry and the gang.
I shouldn't have told you that. Yeah.
so sweet to animals. Yeah, he's just a really, really kind soul. And I mean, there's a reason why everybody cheers for him at the end of Chamber of Secrets. So, yeah, Hagrid all the way, but it is close because Treebeard is also a very good character.
Yeah, he's like the giant with the heart of gold, kind of. So, but Chris, what do you say?
Treebeard's a great character, but Hagrid Hagrid, such an amazing character. Yeah, I gotta go with Hagrid easily.
Yeah, Malcolm.
Yeah, Treebeard is a really good character, and yeah, but I'm also going to go Hagrid on this.
Yep. So it'll be a clean sweep for Hagrid.
We've got Professor Lupin up against Grima Wormtongue.
All right. Just funny that like both of these series have like a Weasley character with the word worm in it. It's like Wormtongue and Wormtail. It's just kind of but I believe it'll be Kerri first.
Okay. Oh my god, Wormtongue is so creepy and weird, and Lupin is a delight, a wonderful professor, a much needed father figure in Harry's life. Definitely going Lupin here.
Yeah. Chad.
Kerri made that decision look very easy, but honestly, I do think it's very easy. I don't know what everybody else thinks of Wormtongue. I love Brad Dourif. I think he's awesome. As that character, he is also very slimy, like a Peter Pettigrew type of thing, very manipulative, and he's a good character for sure. And maybe like if he were up against like a kind of minor character in the Harry Potter franchise or even the Wizarding World, like against Azog or someone else that I didn't really remember that much personally, I probably would have gone Wormtongue because he is a really good character. But Kerri put it very well. It's so important in the franchise to Harry, and it's just his whole. I recently argued in a debate that he was the best Wizarding World teacher, and I won that round. So, he is fantastic, and he's a werewolf, and that's cool. So he's also that dark side, kind of like Wormtongue does. So, but I'll go Lupin.
Yeah. Well, Chris, who you got?
I gotta definitely go with Professor Remus Lupin, and I love that a werewolf transformation. Definitely feels very like classic 80s. Yeah, it's so badass. So for that reason, it's definitely Lupin.
Yeah. Malcolm, who you got?
Yeah, it always bugged me how like Harry Potter and Mighty didn't put two and two together. How the character with the last name Lupin was a werewolf.
Yeah.
It's like it's right. It's literally right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Grima Wormtongue is just a really Weasley character. I was secretly hoping we were going to get Wormtail and Wormtongue up against each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to have to go Lupin on this though.
Yeah. I think that it's pretty easily Professor Lupin for me. And whenever I see David Thewlis, like when he shows up as the villain in Wonder Woman, like I keep thinking Professor Lupin. That's Professor Lupin. Like he's a good guy. He's not a bad guy. Come on, but yeah.
God, Fargo.
Because like whenever I see him, he'll always be Lupin to me. But like he's kind of like you said, like he's almost like a father figure in a way to Harry. But Harry has kind of multiple father figures. He's got like Sirius. He's got Dumbledore. He's got a bunch of people like that. But yeah, like I think he's probably one of the best professors, and I'm glad that like he was one that when they brought him in, he wasn't one of those one-offs like a Professor Quirrell or something that just dies in one movie that actually kept him around. So yeah, I'll go with Lupin.
Next up, we've got Professor McGonagall up against Gimli.
Ooh, that's interesting.
It's tough.
Yeah, so it'll be Chad first. So who you got?
This is very tough. Very fucking tough.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Oh,
I don't know how everybody else is going to go. I could see this going either way because both of these characters are very beloved characters in their given franchises, and I love them both. Gimli brings a lot of humor. McGonagall's funny sometimes when she wants to be. Like, when she does the Pier Totem Locomotor and she says, I've always wanted to do that spell. So there's just a lot of really great stuff with her as well. I'm gonna give the slight edge to McGonagall because it's my franchise. I already went with Legolas and the other one, so I went with like that half of the friendship. And it really hurts to say no to Gimli here. He still might win though, because I know he's also beloved. But I'm gonna give the slight edge to McGonagall just because she is such a positive force in the franchise. Even when we don't have Dumbledore, we still have her. She's the one that banishes Snape from the castle. She's a great protector and teacher, and she's the one that helps make Harry a Quidditch seeker. She's fantastic. I love her. Maggie Smith is the bomb. McGonagall.
Yeah, and also shout out JPO in the comment section. He says Gimli, that beard is effing dope. And then also he says that he challenges Chad to a debate rematch.
All right. Tell Aaron.
Yeah, but Chris, who you got?
This is really tough. Like, I love Gimli so much. He's such an awesome character, and that epic beard, and he's just such a badass fighter. Like, he can kick the shit out of anybody. But like, I feel like Gongal obviously holds the school together when things are going straight to hell in a handbasket. Obviously, when he dies, and it's just like, and like you said, she helps Harry recognize the ability with Quidditch. God, you know what? This is freaking hard to say goodbye to Gimli, but I'm gonna go with McGonagall.
Interesting. Well, Malcolm, what do you say?
This is really tough because, like, out of all the teachers, like Professor McGonagall is one of the ones that does a lot in the movies. Like, she's skilled at everything. She even apparently knows how to dance.
She teaches him. He teaches Ron, and then they all make fun of him. Yeah.
I'm gonna make it interesting. I'm gonna vote Gimli because I do really like Gimli, and I think he's such a great character purely because of that battle with Legolas.
Yeah. Well, one of my favorite scenes that kind of has Professor McGonagall in it when she's teaching Ron how to dance, and then Harry just looks over at the Weasley twin. He's like, "You're never gonna let him live this down, are you?" And they're like, "Never." They say it in like unison, "Never." but yeah, she's really good, a great character. Like, she's always looking out for like all the students, but particularly like being the Gryffindor headmaster, just really like looking out for all the people in her own house, and even more so Harry Potter. Like, he's just a boy, or like whatever. Like, I feel like she probably says that multiple times. Like, and Maggie Smith is great, but man, Gimli though, like Gimli is just like awesome. And I've met John Rhys Davies at a convention before, and like he's really, really cool. He goes to so many. Like he spends like a lot of time going all across the country to these things. But and yeah, he's really cool, and it was even fun seeing him come back in Indiana Jones to play that character in that too. But and like he has that iconic line, like, "In my axe," or whatever, like, and then just like all the little things, like he like really defends the dwarfs. He's like really proud of being a dwarf, and like even though he's a little guy, like he has like little man syndrome, where like And no matter what his size is, he'll go up against anybody and just take him on. And he's one of the like core of the Fellowship, so I feel like we gotta hopefully have him move on. So I'll go Gimli. But Kerri, I guess you're the deciding vote. So who you got?
Oh my gosh. I think I'm gonna go Gimli here. As much as I love McGonagall, Gimli, I think you put it pretty well, Jordan. Actually, Gimli's like one of the core members of the Fellowship, and I don't know. I think he is like one of the fantastic characters in those movies. Like I like look forward to watching his parts in the movies. I think he brings like such a lot to them. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yep. So it'll be Gimli.
One of my favorite lines from McGonagall is like the banter between her and Neville's like, "You want us to? Oh, her and Seamus, you want us to blow it up? Boom, boom."
Yeah. Right. Yep. All right. Frodo up against Trelawney. All right. So this time it'll be Chris.
This is actually ridiculously easy for me. Like, I just love Frodo. Such an amazing character. Yeah, I gotta go with Frodo Baggins here.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah, that was the easiest. Like, as much as I like Emma Thompson as Trelawney, she doesn't do a lot in the series other than get thrown out of the school from by Umbridge. But I do. But Frodo Baggins is a really great character. So Frodo.
Yeah. This one's pretty easy. I just watched the fifth one where you see Trelawney get thrown out and then Dumbledore tells her to come back in, and she says, "Well, you can fire the teacher, but you can't banish them from the ground, so they can still stay here." And then because she's saying that like Hogwarts is her home and stuff, and I do like how the character's portrayed, that the way that she talks with she's like very kind of bombastic. She's like, "Look into the globe, see what you see in there." Like, I don't know all the exact lines, but the way she's kind of just like up and down with her voice and the way that she talks makes the character fun, But yeah, Frodo and even more specifically Elijah Wood, he's one of my favorite actors. Period. Like, if I had a top 10, like, he'd be in there. Like, I'm just a big fan of Elijah Wood, and Frodo is just a great character. It's basically like the centerpiece of the all of Lord of the Rings. So yeah, I'll vote Frodo, because we got to at least get Frodo and Sam into the second round. I feel like those two, they got to be there. So Frodo. Kerri, what do you say?
I 100% agree. It's got to be Frodo for me. Professor Trelawney is like an interesting character. She's less interesting in the movies even. And Frodo's just, how could you not vote for Frodo?
Yeah. Yep. Chad, who you got?
Professor Trelawney. No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
Fight vote.
Professor Trelawney is great. I do think because Emma Thompson plays her so well, she is so interesting and just so funny and eccentric, and if it wasn't against Frodo, I could easily vote Trelawney, because I do always enjoy watching her. But yeah, I'll go Frodo here just because he is so noble. He's the one who decides to, he's the hero of the story basically. It's complex with him too, because he's the one that's most influenced by Gollum and in the Ring and stuff like that, and stuff. So he's also kind of a complex character in some ways. But he's so good, and I love Elijah Wood as that character. So you love that franchise, watching 4+ hours each movie with him, because he's such a great character. So Frodo.
Yeah, and when I first saw Harry Potter the movie, I didn't realize that was Emma Thompson till like my third time watching it. I'm like, oh, that's freaking Emma Thompson. She really gets lost in that role.
Yeah.
Right.
Finally
So
done runs.
yeah, so we may want to just speed up the comments a little bit. We're going a little long. We did have some extra people, but we can kind of just keep the comments a little shorter so we don't go too crazy long tonight.
Actually, since my roommate's coming home and I have no idea what he's going to say.
Yeah. Oh, I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
Professor Dumbledore up against Draco Malfoy.
Ooh, okay. And I believe it's Chris first. So. Wish we could have both these characters advanced.
Oh, this is tough.
Very tough.
I like both these characters. God, Draco just plays such an evil, like, son of a bitch. Like, I kind of hate him.
Yeah. He is the son of a bitch. Yeah.
Sorry. But God, Albus Dumbledore was so cool. Like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go with Dumbledore.
Yeah.
And that's not an easy vote. Sorry.
Yeah, it's not. But Malcolm, who you got?
I like Draco. He's he's a good school bully and all that, but I think Albus Dumbledore is just such a great character. Well, maybe a little irresponsible at times, or like while encouraging Harry to go on dangerous trips, like, it's fine, you could die, but go ahead, go save the world. But I'm still going to vote for Professor Dumbledore.
Yeah, I appreciate they have all three iterations of Dumbledore, because my favorite is actually Richard Harris. I thought he was perfect for the role, and it's just sad that he passed away. But like Michael Gambon played him super, super well, though. Like, I mean, if you're gonna have anyone replace him, that's as good as you could have ever picked a person to replace him. But yeah, man, like, this is tough. Yeah, because like Dumbledore's so great and so pivotal, and like he's like basically like the most like powerful and like smartest wizard like at the school, and like it's like why everyone feels safe there. They're like like there's so many times where they said we're always going to be safe because we have Dumbledore here, and he's never going to let anything happen to us, and yeah, like he's just one of those guys that it's like when he's around you just feel like comforted or something. Like it's just, I don't know, but and he's so wise too. Like I think that like he has some of the best written lines too. Like he just gives like really amazing advice. Like if you listen to like some of the lines that he delivers, it's just like they wrote his character like so well. And Draco is really great too. Like he's a great kind of bully and kind of like the like kind of like an antagonist for Harry Potter as far as a student goes, and like yeah, he's like a character that you love to hate, but I got to give it to Dumbledore. Yeah, but it's tough. But Kerri, what you said?
Yeah, I'm also gonna give it to Dumbledore. He's I don't know. I do really like. I think these are both fantastic characters. But Dumbledore, I don't know. He just has that wisdom. He's kind of the architect of behind the scenes of the defeat of Voldemort. I'm losing it. Anyways, Dumbledore.
Yeah.
It gets
Sorry, what's your cute kitty's name?
This is Naomi.
Oh, sorry.
Nice. Chad, who you got?
Yeah, I'd go Draco here actually. I think Dumbledore is fantastic. Obviously, one of my favorite characters. But I just want to show some Draco some love because I think Dumbledore's kind of like just taking it, across the board, which makes sense because he's fantastic. I don't like how he's portrayed in Goblet of Fire, the movie. I think Mike Newell did that all wrong, but the rest of the movies is fantastic. Even Michael Gambon, I think, is fantastic as the character. The Draco Malfoy. Oh my God, why am I?
Tom Felton.
Tom Felton.
Oh,
thank you.
Yeah, Tom Felton.
I love Tom Felton, how he portrays him, as kind of the bad guy and just kind of a little bully, like you guys are saying. But in the 6th movie, which is one of my favorite Harry Potter movies, I love the growth and the complexity that he shows in that movie. I think that actually makes that movie is just all of the Tom Felton, Draco Malfoy stuff that we get to see. We feel so sorry for him, like the rest of the franchise, because he's caught in between like all these forces that want him to, go against the school that he loves and, stuff like that. So, I'd go with Draco here.
Yeah. Like, I think some of the, for Dumbledore, one of my favorite scenes with him in the 3rd movie where they do the little time turner, and he's like, I think 3 turns ought to do it. And then, he says, and you might be able to save more than one innocent life. And then when they come back from all the time travel stuff, so it's like we did it, we made it back, and it's like, made it back from where? Or what? And then just kind of plays it off and just walked on his way.
Yeah,
cool.
Apparently they did ask Ian McKellen to play Dumbledore, but Ian McKellen was going to do some reshoots on Lord of the Rings at the time, but also but Ian McKellen didn't think it would be right because apparently Rich Harris just really didn't like Ian McKellen for whatever reason.
Oh, really? Huh? That's kind of interesting. Well, what if we would have got Ian McKellen as Dumbledore, and then didn't they originally have for Gandalf that they had Sean Connery was maybe going to do it?
Well, I think he was in talk. They asked him, but I think he was. Well, I think he was too old. I think he was doing something else at the time, or he was retired.
Yeah.
One of the two.
This is a good match.
Theoden up against Faramir.
Yeah. And this time it'll be Malcolm first.
Yeah. I like King Theoden. I think he's a really great character. And I think he does a really good job of playing possessed as well.
Yeah.
But Faramir I think is where I'm going with here. Because Faramir is a really good character, and ultimately when he comes to help Frodo and Sam once he sort of understands what they're trying to do and all that, I think he becomes more likable and all. So I'm going to vote Faramir.
Yeah. This was kind of interesting. I think that I probably got to give it to Theoden just because, because he plays a really good king, kind of what you said. I'll echo that. When he gets possessed, that's pretty good. And also, I think the Faramir, I don't know, if he just doesn't trust Sam and Frodo, or if he wants them to prove themselves first, or to show that they're a certain way, but for whatever reason he doesn't like him at first, and doesn't really want to help him out. I think he's actually gonna kill him, but he doesn't, and so it just kind of, I don't know, he's not a super trusting guy, but it makes sense when you're out in the world that they're at. You got to be careful, have your wits about you. There's a lot of spies and different things, and so kind of rightly so. But I think I just give the edge to Theoden. I kind of like that character just a little more. So, but Kerri, what do you think?
I think I'm gonna go Faramir here. It's kind of close, but I'm just gonna give the slight edge to Faramir.
Yeah. Chad, what do you say?
I think I'm Theoden like all the way here. I like Malcolm said. That his possession is like a very very scary like horror part of Lord of the Rings, which is just really cool, and it gets me every time. But also after he snaps out of it and he's like the king or whatever of that region or the leader of that region, he has some like really emotional parts. Whereas for me, I think Faramir is like he's still a good character, but like the less interesting brother. Like I said, I love Boromir, but Faramir's cool. But yeah, I think Theoden just has a lot going for him and a lot to work with. Great actor and great performance.
Yeah, I agree. Chris, what do you say?
I gotta go. Yeah, I gotta go with King Theoden. Theoden.
Yeah. Sounds good. So it'll be
Captain John Smith from the Titanic moves on.
Oh, okay. That's what
it's the same actor that plays Captain John Smith in Titanic.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
We've got Keeley up against Fandral.
Oh, okay. So we got a couple of the dwarfs.
One's an elf, I think, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Fandral's
that's right. Yeah,
I didn't put all the dwarfs from the company in here. Just a handful.
Yeah. This one's kind of interesting because they're kind of less memorable characters for me, but probably I'd go with Keeley. He's a little more recognizable to me. I probably like him slightly more, but yeah, I'll go Keeley. Kerri?
I think I'm gonna go Theandrel. I think he's a good elf character in these movies. A little bit different from the dwarves we see a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sounds good. Chad, you said.
Is Keeley the one that tries to get with Evangeline Lilly? Yeah, I think so.
No, I think it's Feely.
Oh, well, because Keeley looks more like a human one, I think. But this is tough, actually, because I do like that elf character as well. But they're both, for me, a little bit more obscure Lord of the Rings characters. Shit. Yeah, you know what? I'll go Keeley here.
Yeah. Chris.
Because I feel like Keeley seems a little more memorable to me. I'm gonna go with Keeley.
Yeah. Malcolm. You got.
Yeah, this is actually pretty tough for me because for the same reasons though, like I like both. I think Keeley's fine. But yeah, I'm gonna go Fandral because I like Lee Pace. So yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. That's right. That's Lee Pace. Yeah.
And Jordan, have you?
Yes, I voted for Keeley.
So Keeley's moving
on. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, no, I'd missed someone's vote somewhere, so I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But we got Lord Voldemort up against.
Oh man!
Oh no! Shoot!
Oh.
Okay, so this time it'll be Kerri first for Lord Voldemort versus Eowyn.
I take back what I said about always voting for the hero because Eowyn's a good character, but Lord Voldemort he is the main antagonist of the Harry Potter series. And he is just an excellent character, just the backstory we get on him, especially in the second movie and the sixth movie. Seeing his more childhood self is just so interesting and like how he became this villain. So I'm gonna go Voldemort here.
Yeah. Chad.
This is actually pretty tough because Eowyn is a pretty badass, like, female protagonist, heroine. She is so badass in the war. You know, the I am no man stuff. And they're telling her not to fight, and she does it anyway. She like pretends to be a dude or whatever. Oh man, she's such a good character. But yeah, I am gonna go Lord of Voldemort here as well. I could easily see Eowyn taking it, but Lord Voldemort for me also is just like, yeah, he's one of the most interesting, I think, villains in any like fantasy franchise. Expertly played by Ray Fine. That dude just nails it every time he's on screen. And you know, even when like he's like a little kid, is like really interesting and creepy and stuff. Just the gravitas he has on screen. Like, I don't love Goblet of Fire the movie as much as I do the rest, but that end scene when he shows up and just every scene he has after that, you know, you're hanging on like every word he has. He's just so fantastic. And even in the books, he's just a great character. So yeah, I'm gonna go Lord of Voldemort. Is one of the all-time like one of the all-time villains. I think.
Yeah. Chris, what do you say?
I like both these characters, but Lord Voldemort's just epic. And yeah, Ray Fiennes playing him, so freaking good. Like, he's just terrifying. He's dynamic. Like, yeah, absolutely Lord Voldemort.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you say?
Eowyn did what no man could do and defeat the Witch King at Aang.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like Eowyn as a character. I think she's really compelling. But yeah, unfortunately, she had to pick the short straw and go up against Voldemort. Had she gone up against like anyone else, I maybe would have voted for her, but I'm going Voldemort.
Yeah, I really like these both these characters, and I like that Eowyn was one of the ones that carries over to the Rings of Power, I believe. But yeah, this is Lord Voldemort, and like, if there's anyone that would play a character that goes by he who should not be named, like the character that's like so scary and so like it's just evil that like you don't even want to say his name, and Ray Fiennes nailed that like to a T, like just like so menacing and yeah, like the. Like, I'm a big defender of the Goblet of Fire. I think that it's really underrated. It's actually my favorite book. The movie, not as much, but the ending scene though, when like Cedric dies and you like see how he dies from Voldemort, and then how he attacks Harry, and then when like Cedric's dad comes up to him and he's like, "My son, my boy," or whatever. Like, it just gets me every time. Like first time I saw that, I cried. So
no, my boy.
Yeah. No, my boy. Yeah, but yeah, like
that was so sarcastic.
Yeah, but for the minute that Voldemort appears on screen in like his full form, like yeah, he is just like a force to be reckoned with. So yeah, I'll go Lord Voldemort.
Also, I think you've confused Owen with Galadriel, because Galadriel was
maybe that's
in the Rings of Power.
Yeah, I was thinking is one of those. Yeah, but yeah,
we've got Jacob Kowalski up from Fantastic Beasts up against Gloin.
Oh,
right.
Lord.
This one's kind of interesting, but and I believe that it is Chad first.
Yeah, I'm going Jacob Kowalski here. Gloin is another one of those dwarves I just really don't remember that much about him. No offense, I'm sure he's great, but Jacob. If you don't love the Fantastic Beast movies, I think you can at least enjoy Jacob in those movies, because he's just one of the most charming, just funny characters. God damn it, what is his name? I forget his name, but he plays him so well.
Yeah,
and
I can't think of it either.
And yeah, he's just so funny. You know, I just love his like, you know, jokes when he's like, it's like, my uncle's a house elf, you know, kind of a deal. Just like when he just thinks on his feet and just says the funniest shit.
Yeah.
And it just makes like the perfect sidekick, I guess. You know, so yeah, he is such
Dan
a great character.
Fogler, that's what it is.
Dan Fogler, that's right. He's so
Yeah.
good. And yeah, he makes those movies really for sure.
Yeah. Chris, here you go.
I got to go with Jacob Kowalski as well. Awesome character.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Put some respect on the father of Gimli's name. Gloin.
Up to it.
But yeah, yeah, I can't remember who I was talking to about this, and they were saying like, out of all the Fantastic Beasts movies, Jacob is the one that they thought could go far in the tournament, depending on who he goes up against. And yeah, it's one of those ones like with a lot of the dwarfs in the company is like a lot of them sort of blend together. I mean, Gloin is the one like I know that because he's the father of Gimli and all that. But yeah, my vote's going to Jacob.
Yeah. Yeah. The only thing I remember about Gloin is that he's the dwarf with a pipe. He always has a pipe in his mouth. But I don't remember too much else about him. But yeah, Jacob Kowalski, like he's basically the only character that I care about, like in this franchise. Like he's just like a like sidekick character, but like he brings humor, he brings heart, and like the main character is Newt Scamander, and like I find myself halfway through the first movie kind of checking out even on that character. Like, but like Jacob, I'm like totally all in. Like if they kind of, well, like I just wish that they would have featured him more. I mean, in the first one he gets quite a bit to do, but then as it goes on, kind of less. So, but yeah, I'll vote Jacob. Kerri, what do you think?
Oh, thanks, Chad. I'm also going Jacob here. He's just one of the best characters ever.
Yeah. Yep. So it'll be Jacob, clean sweep. Right. Ooh.
Oh. No.
Oh, seriously?
Thank God.
Interesting.
I was thinking it might be Hermione versus Sam, and I was like, I can't choose.
Yeah, that would have been.
But it's Dobby.
Yeah.
But it's Dobby.
Well, Chris, you're up first. So.
This is bullshit. I'm sorry. It is. It's. I haven't watched this so damn hot too.
Yeah.
But she's such a great character. Let's go back to the actual character. But God, Dobby is just his transformation and his sort of evolution through the books and even in the movies is amazing. And like, especially when he gets obviously set free, that is heartbreaking. Like, because he feels like obviously he is a house elf. That's what he's belonged to do. Why should Harry free him? But Harry does because he cares about him and wants him to be free. But at the same time, God, Hermione is such an epic character. What's up?
At least you can get away from the Malfoys.
Okay, sorry. But you know what? This is one of the hardest things. Sorry, I'm supposed to keep this short. It's like 2 hours long right now. But you know what? I'll go with Dobby. I'm sorry, Hermione.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, Malcolm, you got here. You are muted.
Quickly, Chris, did you vote Dobby?
Yes, I did.
Just be sure. But yeah, this is tough. It's like Dobby is great. And yeah, I mean the way he's comes up clutch in the end and helps save Harry and that from the Malfoys and that, and just as lines like Dobby didn't mean to maim, he meant to seriously injure.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
But yeah, but that being said, I love Hermione as a character. I've got a crush on Emma Watson.
Yep.
I
think most of us do.
And I mean, if it wasn't for Hermione, Harry wouldn't have got as far as he did. So I'm gonna go Hermione.
Yeah, I'm just glad we didn't get Dobby versus Smeagol. That would have been a crazy matchup. But yeah, like I like Dobby. I just don't understand why they make his death the saddest of the whole entire franchise. Like I just don't really like understand.
The death of the books is perfect.
Yeah, but like he is still a great character, and he's always coming to warn Harry and trying to help him out. But I mean, Hermione is just awesome. Like I just love that a character, and also to see her progression to where she starts out, she's just like know it all that they just find super annoying. They're like, get out of here. You're just like some annoying, just like person that just like gets on our nerves. And then you see like even in like the third movie, she's trying to do so many classes that she has to have like a little time thing to be able to attend all the classes and stuff. But or the time turner, whatever you call it. But then you kind of see like how much she actually cares about Harry and Ron. That like she's like always like before Quidditch matches, before like the Triwizard tournament, she's going to check on Harry. You just see that they just have like this bond, and like she's just kind of like with them, like and like they just easily accept her as like one of their best friends, basically like family. Like they're all a family pretty much. So I'll go Hermione. Yeah. Kerri.
Yeah, I'm also gonna go Hermione here. For me, she's just one of the best characters in the franchise.
Yep. Chad, you got.
Yeah. Also, I don't want to say easily, but also Hermione. Dobby is fantastic. You know, his death always gets me. I don't care how many scenes he's in the franchise. That just whole thing is just so well done. But yeah, Hermione. We all had crushes on her, Emma Watson, and you know, I don't know, she's just like such a fantastic character. Basically, she is the one that knows all the spells. So you know, there's so much they wouldn't have been able to do without her. They would have died in the devil's snare probably. She. I just love her evolution throughout the franchise. I love that moment with her and Harry in the tent, dancing to Nick Cave.
Oh yeah, that was a good scene.
So many great moments. She's the best. So yeah, Hermione.
Yeah, and also Harry wouldn't have any glasses because she's always like the Oculus Reparo, like fixing them all the time.
Got Mary up against Molly Weasley.
Oh man, this one's kind of interesting for me. I'll tell you why when it gets to me, but I believe it's Chris first. You got.
So, you know what? Pippin is great. I mean, Mary is awesome too. But you know what? I got to give a little more love to Molly Weasley. I feel like I love how she sort of holds that family together. And, I love that she's sort of the glue of that family and kind of takes in Harry as her own son. I love it. So I got to go with Molly Weasley. Honestly.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you say?
Yeah, I like Molly Weasley. I think she's a great character. It's like especially when she kills Bellatrix and all that.
Exactly. That was going to be my reason.
But
yeah, one of the best lines in the whole franchise.
But that being said, I think Mary is a great character, and well, like at the start, like him and Pippin are lumped together quite a lot. Like they don't get much time to sort of stand out, but as soon as they go their separate ways and they get their own sort of arcs in the movies and manage to sort of become their own character, I think Mary is great. Like, in a way, both Mary and Pippin's like storylines mirror each other because like Pippin goes to pledges himself to serve Denethor, while Mary goes to pledges himself to serve Theoden. But yeah, so I'm gonna go Mary on this.
Yeah. Yes, my reasoning for Molly Weasley would have been that she freaking kills Bellatrix Lestrange, and that's that line, "Get away from her," or from my daughter, you bitch, or whatever. But like, she is a really good character, but I just feel like if we're gonna have Pippin, we gotta have Mary. We get like they're almost like a package deal in my mind. I mean, they do kind of like one of the movies have their own arc. They kind of like Malcolm was saying, they kind of pledge to different kings and that type of thing. But like they're always the ones that come in clutch. Like and Mary also, and I love Don Monahan. I think he's a great actor. I always love seeing him pop up in anything like Lost, Star Wars, like any of that stuff. So yeah, I gotta go Mary. Kerri, who you got?
I'm gonna go with like probably the best mom in the Harry Potter franchise, Molly Weasley.
Yeah. Sounds good. Chad, who you got?
I'm actually gonna go like with the opposite of like something that was said, where I feel like because we have Pippin, we don't really need Mary. I feel like we would maybe just have them versus each other, which I don't really want to see. Even though I love Mary, but yeah, and also Molly sometimes annoys me with like sending the Howler. How inappropriate! So mean. But she also kills Bellatrix. She's also a great mom, and I love her to death. So I'm gonna go Molly.
In Molly's defense, there are limited disciplinary opportunities when your kid's away at boarding school.
I mean,
yeah, it's true.
It's not like she could have just easily apparated into Hogwarts and put Ron over her knee.
I don't think you can apparate to Hogwarts.
We can't. That's the point.
Yeah, right.
Oh, she couldn't easily, right?
Yeah. She couldn't.
Or Slue powder.
Ooh,
I can't think
no!
of
Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, this is
Are you
might be the
kidding
hardest
me?
one of the whole thing. Oh man. So it'll be Malcolm first on this.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, we gotta say that.
Funny enough, this is actually pretty easy for me. Like, I like Ron as a character, and he does do a lot of good help in that. But yeah, Ron doesn't carry Harry for him. Sam carries Frodo for him, and like he helps Frodo get up that mountain when Frodo can't do it anymore. And yeah, so it has to be Sam.
Yeah. Yeah. Like this one's hard because like I love Ron so much. Like he makes me laugh with all his bloody hells and like just that, like when he's afraid of spiders and like when I don't know, just like so many moments. And he's a real like complex character to where like he has his moments where he's fighting with Harry. He has moments where he's fighting with Hermione. He has like, but then they always like remember their friendship and they become friends again. But man, Sam is just like probably like not like for me like Sam and Frodo are like two of the greatest characters in like cinema for me, like not just in these franchises, like they're just like so good. And like the Sam's speech in the Two Towers, like just like when he's like talking about but like by any rights we shouldn't even be here, and then he's saying like that like even the darkness must pass, and he's talking about the things blooming in the meadows and like all that stuff. It's just like one of the greatest speeches. Like I'll just go and like watch that when I need to like feel pepped up or like feel like just I don't know that if I'm kind of like like not in the greatest mood or just need a little boost up, I'll just go watch that scene, and it just like makes me feel better. Like I don't know, like it's yeah. Because for me, I think that Sam and Frodo is the greatest friendship in all of cinema for me. Like I just think it's just epic. So yeah, I got to give it to Sam. Kerri, what you got?
This really sucks. I'm gonna go Sam, but I'm not happy about this whole situation.
Yeah. Chad, what do you say?
Well, Ron does save Harry's life there as well. But yeah, and even though I love Rupert Grint as that character, he's so funny, and no one else could play that character. But yeah, I agree. I think Sam is one of the best characters. I don't know if it's one of the best friendships. I'd say it's a little one-sided. Sam's doing most of the work in that friendship.
Yeah,
but I'll say that Sam is such a great character for it, and I just love Sean Astin as him. I think both Sam and Sean Astin are like Paddingtons. They're just so good-natured and they're just always doing the right thing and just so sweet. And really, he makes that franchise watchable. And some people say he's the true protagonist. He does most of the work. So I love Sam. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, Sean Astin, I met him at a convention. He's one of the nicest guys. Like he's just really cool. Like you kind of got a feeling that like they're herding us through like cattle for photo ops, but like he would have liked to spend a little more time talking to you, but it just wasn't time. But Chris, who you got?
This is really hard, but yeah, I gotta go with Sam for sure. Sam's absolutely just a freaking awesome character. So
yeah, he's a beast.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
And also he gives me kind of Rudy vibes too, like in a lot of ways. Yeah. But so I think it's.
I mean, funny that Sean Astin did play Rudy.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Next up, we've got Luna Lovegood up against Galadriel.
Okay. So it's me first, I believe, and yeah. So Galadriel's the one that shows up in the Rings of Power, and it's a really good character, kind of like. I don't know. She's like the magical one of all the elves. I don't know. I just feel like she's just kind of like is like the mother, you could say, or grandmother or whatever. I mean, she's not that old looking. I don't know how old she is in elf years, but I believe she actually is probably pretty old. Yeah, but like Luna is just like a really unique character. Even though she's weird and she's quirky, like I kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? Like kind of navigate towards those characters. Like I just kind of vibe with them, and like even though she's just weird and just odd, she's the one that like really trusts Harry and like supports him and like says that like her and her family, they all believe him. They're all kind of like on his side. And yeah, like I think she's a really unique and interesting character. And I feel like it's been a few years since I've read the book. I've read them 3 times, but I feel like she's not very like prominent in the books, if I remember right. She's way more prominent in the movies, if I remember that right. But yeah, so I'll go with Luna. Yeah. Kerri, what do you say?
Yeah, this is close. I really love both these characters. I'm ultimately going to go with Luna. I just love her a little bit more. And, she's the one who I have one of my cats named after.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. Yeah, and Luna and Harry are both ones that can see. Are they called the Thandrils or like those kind of like skeleton? Yeah, the Thestrals. Yeah, she can also see them. So, Chad, who you got?
I'm also going Luna here. I do love Cate Blanchett just in general. So I love seeing her as Galadriel. But yeah, Luna is just so, like you said, fun, quirky, weird, and strange. But she accepts that, and she knows exactly what she is, and she owns it, and she does it. Even if she's being picked on, she's just like, some people just think, don't like people that are different and stuff like that. But she just kind of goes with the flow, no matter what. You know, she's just herself, and she can only be herself. And I think that's such a beautiful thing, Luna.
Yeah. Chris, who you got here?
I gotta definitely go with Luna for sure.
Yeah, sounds good. Malcolm, who you got?
Honestly, this is probably a bit of an upset, because I think Galadriel is a great character. And like, well, she's not in the movies a lot. I think she's used the best that she could. But yeah. So I would have gone Galadriel, but Luna's going to move on.
Yeah, Luna.
We have got George Weasley up against Sauron.
Oh man, okay.
Same characters, obviously.
Yeah, they're both red, like red hair, you know.
Yeah.
but it'll be Kerri first.
I'm going with George Weasley.
Yeah. Chad.
Yeah, I'll also go George. He's just a very fun, lighthearted character. Basically hand in hand with Fred. You know, you can put either of them up there, and they're both great. You know, he is holy, as he once said. But Sauron is a really creepy figure, but I feel like, you know, it's kind of like just that eye, and you don't really like. He's not really like a character. Like, you don't get to know much of it. They don't go into like the Silmarillion or whatever it's called much about where, you know, his origins and stuff. Like, I mean, they do a little bit, but it's not like you get any like deep scenes. He's not like a character like Voldemort is. But George Weasley is a great character, I think. So I'll go George.
Yeah. Chris.
I think George Weasley is an awesome character, but it's Sauron. So I'm gonna go with Sauron.
Yeah. Malcolm, who you got?
Yeah, I mean, to me, Sauron is like, even though it's still just the eye that we see of him most times and all that, but Sauron to me is a character. Even though it's, but that being said, I think the Weasley twins are really fun and entertaining. I like George, or as he once introduced himself in the books, Forge.
Yeah. Yeah, one of my favorite things is in the Family Guy where they have the Eye of Sauron, and the eye gets all like dried out, and he's like ow, and you see this hand just come in and like give some eye drops to it. It's like much better. Yeah, it's good, but yeah, like Sauron's kind of like a Voldemort type character, because it's like he was once a man, and then kind of lost his form, and he's clinging to life, and like becomes this giant eye, and then is trying to come back to his full form. But yeah, George Weasley's awesome. Like, I love the Weasley twins, and I've met the Phelps brothers. I got a picture with them, and I'm not sure if this is James or Oliver. I don't know who plays which, but it's one of them. And yeah, they got their joke shop. They're always like the fun ones. They're just like they're just having a good time pulling some pranks and that kind of stuff at school. So yeah, I'll go George. Yeah, and also that picture when he gets like injured by Voldemort, that's kind of crazy too.
But next up, we've got Thorin Oakenshield up against Fred Weasley.
Oh man. Okay. Chad, you'll be first.
Well, shit. I didn't know Fred was also on here. Maybe I went Sauron just to make it a little bit more interesting. Because
you know what's going to put them together? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really know much about Thorin. I know he's like the leader, but he doesn't really mean that much to me. So he might make it on anyways if other people like him a lot more. But I'm going to default to Fred. I think Fred is also great, of course. But yeah, I like I said with George, they're just both such great characters that I love. I'll default to Fred here.
Yeah. Chris, here you go.
I'm gonna go to Fred Weasley.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, you know me, I'm not a fan of lumping characters together.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, it's one of those ones like, well, yes, like in this case, like, the Weasley twins are synonymous together, just like Mary and Pippin are pretty much synonymous together. But it's one of those ones like, I thought splitting up would be interesting. I was not going to put one in and not the other. They're both going to be here. But yeah, they and yeah, I like the Weasley twins, but I mean, Thorin Oakenshield is the one dwarf out of the company that I think has a really interesting story, and his arc in the movies is great. So I'm going to go Thorin Oakenshield.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see it very well. But this is when I met the Phelps twins at a convention. Let me get it up there. But I'm dressed as Marty McFly there, and then they're standing there with a couple other friends that I went with. So yeah, so they were really cool to me. I actually got to go on stage with them and like interact with them a little bit. But yeah, yeah. So it's interesting because I just feel like I want to have Fred and George there. I thought maybe we were gonna get the argument like we have one, we don't technically need the other, but they're kind of two that like are always together.
Mhm.
You don't really ever see them apart. So and like Thorin, yeah, he might be the leader of the dwarfs and stuff, but like I just like the Weasley twins so much better. So I'll go Fred. Kerri, who you got?
I agree with that. I'm gonna go Fred as well.
Yeah, sounds good. So it'll be Fred. Sorry, Hobbit, you're not getting much love here.
Next up, we've got Bellatrix Lestrange up against Gilderoy Lockhart.
Interesting. This time I think it is Chris first.
I'm gonna go with Bellatrix Lestrange.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, I like Lockhart. I think Lockhart is a really fantastic douchebag of a character.
Yeah.
But yeah, sadly, like we don't get much time for the character. Like he's in one movie. Like he should have been in another one, but like they cut him out for reasons. But I think it's a good reason because he wasn't really that important to the story for Order of the Phoenix, really. But Bellatrix is a fantastic villain, and yeah, Helena Bonham Carter does it really well. So I'm going to go Bellatrix.
Yeah. So of my signatures that I have here, the Helena Bonham Carter is the most prevalent one. You can see it right there. But unfortunately, I don't have a Kenneth Branagh signature because he wasn't in it enough. But the character is fun. Like yeah, just kind of being like a pretty boy, like high in himself, like thinks he's like some big celebrity. But they could have. Easily had him in more than one movie. He just loses his memory, but they could have like figured out a way past that. But yeah, Bellatrix is just like a really menacing character. Probably like I don't know, like maybe the one that a lot of people hate the most of the whole franchise because she's just like just so evil. But so yeah, I'll go Bellatrix. Kerri, who you got?
I'm going Lockhart. I just hate Bellatrix so much. I can't vote for her.
You can't even vote for her? Okay. Chad, then who you got?
It is a little closer for me. I do think Bellatrix is a deliciously evil character, and I think Helena does such a great job making her so hated, but not like I know she is pretty hated, just like Umbridge actually.
Yeah.
Black and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm gonna go Kenneth Branagh as well as Gilderoy Lockhart. He is only in one movie, but honestly, I think he's like one of the best parts of that movie. And there's a lot of people who love that movie just because like he's doing such a great job as that character in that movie. And I just really like him as an actor and director as well.
It is kind of true because like I think Chamber of Secrets is like the weakest movie for me out of all of them, but that character kind of elevates the movie. Yeah.
Let's get still going to be Bellatrix. We've got Newt Scamander up against Torio.
Oh, okay, Torio. So that's
Evangeline Lilly's elf.
Yeah, it's Evangeline Lilly. Yeah. And it's Malcolm first. So who you got?
I like Torio. I think she's a great addition. Like she's an original sort of creation to like the Hobbit movies that they created just so there's sort of more badass female characters in the Hobbit series a lot as it was. But yeah, I like Newt as a character. I might be the only one, but I think he's sort of like a really interesting character and all that. And it's one of those ones that I kind of wish that as they went on to Grindelwald, that they would slowly sort of phase out Newt if they decide they were wanting to go more of a storyline towards getting to that duel between Battle and Grindelwald, even though we're never going to get that anymore.
Yeah, they could have like phased them out. Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah. But I still like Newt as a character, so I'm going to go Newt.
Yeah, so my take on this is that I really like Eddie Redmayne as an actor. He just seems like a really cool dude, like really likable, and I like him as an actor. I just don't think that character was written very well. They just kind of like mismanaged this character and just didn't really do it justice. And he's like the main character of this like franchise basically, and like in the second movie he's like not in it very much. To the third one he's not really in it at all, and so they did kind of phase him out sort of, but and like Torio, she's just kind of like okay to me. So I mean, for much I don't like Fantastic Beasts, I'll just vote for Eddie Redmayne's sake because he's not going up against anyone I really care about that much. Like I really like Evangeline Lilly as an actress, especially in Lost. Like I think she's great in that. But I'll go with Newt here. Yeah. Kerri, who you got?
Yeah, I'm also gonna go with Newt here. I think he is one of the only really good parts of the Fantastic Beasts movies. I really wish those were just like Newt and Jacob and oh my god, what's her name?
Tina.
Queenie. Just like and Queenie having adventures and exploring beasts. And if they cut out all the Dumbledore and Grindelwald stuff, it would be way better. But anyways, it's my vote.
Well, I can kind of see it both ways. I can see like by phasing them out, it could get better and not really having much of them, or just having all of them in there and like none of the rest could go either way. But Chad, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't have much connection to Torio, so I'm going to go Newt. I also actually really like the Fantastic Beasts, like even Crimes of Grindelwald. I have fun with, even if I don't think it's a particularly good movie. And I also think like Newt is kind of like just like Jacob is kind of like the glue that actually makes the franchise still fun to watch. And Eddie Redmayne as that character, he's just so sweet and curious, and he just plays that character so odd and so well. Like when he's doing like mimicking the beasts and stuff like that, it's so funny. And he's just such a great character. Yeah, Newt.
Yeah. Chris, what do you think?
I gotta definitely go with Newt.
Yeah, sounds good. Malcolm,
I started off. It's going to be Newt.
Oh yeah, okay, cool. It'll be Newt.
I don't think I've got much. Did so much more. We've got Kingsley Shacklebolt up against Smaug.
Okay. So I'm first. I'm just kind of thinking because Kingsley isn't in it a lot, but he does show up from time to time. But Smaug is just an interesting character. Like, they have a dragon, but I don't know why the dragon needed to talk. Like, I just don't understand like why the dragon talked.
Benedict was so good as a dragon.
I mean, yeah, like Benedict Cumberbatch is great doing it, but like I just think the character would have just been fine if it's just a dragon in there and it's not really like need him to talk. But I mean, for that, I just don't think Kingsley Shacklebolt's in it enough for me. So I'll go Smaug. Yeah. Kerri, what do you say?
Yeah, I'm also gonna go Smaug.
Yeah. Chad.
Oh shoot, what is the well, you may not like him, but you gotta admit Dumbledore's got style. Kingsley has his moments. He's fantastic. But yeah, I'm also gonna go Smaug just because I do think he is not in it as much, and Smaug is such a good villain and such a menacing performance from you guys said a Cumberbatch. And just even like watching Cumberbatch do the mocap is just so cool to just watch him do it. So I love that performance and I love that character. And I think the voice acting, I disagree a little bit. I think the voice acting makes it a little bit more menacing too. But
yeah. Chris, what do you think?
Smaug by a mile. Or 3 or 5, because he's so freaking scary, and God, that voice just adds to it. Yeah.
Malcolm, what do you say?
Yeah, no, I think the voice adds to the menacingness, like Kingsley Shacklebolt wasn't in the movies much. I think it was only really Order of the Phoenix. Unless he was shown a few times in definitely Hallows Part 2. I'm not sure. But it's Smaug.
Yeah.
So say it.
It'll be Smaug. All right.
Got Lucius Malfoy up against Aragorn.
Ooh, okay. This time it'll be Kerri first.
Definitely Aragorn.
Yep. Chad.
Just like Draco, Lucius definitely does have some depth to him, especially later, because at first he's just kind of menacing, and later he's just scared out of his mind. So I think Jason Isaacs does that part so well. But yeah, Aragorn is like Lord of the Rings is just full of heroes, and Aragorn is one of those. Like he becomes the king again, I guess. He's such a great leader of the other part of the Fellowship, and gotta love Viggo Mortensen in that role as well. So yeah, I'll go Aragorn.
Yeah. Chris, who you got? Chris, can you hear? Who you got? We got Lucius Malfoy and Aragorn.
Sorry about that. I was talking to my roommate Castle.
Oh, it's all good.
Alex. I mean, Lucius Malfoy and Isaac as that character is just absolutely awesome. But God, it's hard to vote against Aragorn.
Yeah.
God. But you know what? Just because I love Isaacs, he's such a freaking brilliant actor. I'm gonna give it to Lucius Malfoy, but that's a tough one for me.
Yeah. Malcolm, who you got?
So, how upset would your brother be if Aragorn doesn't make it out of the first round?
Yeah, that'd be weird.
But yeah, I like Lucius Malfoy as a character. I think he's great at being a dick to Arthur, and especially as time goes on, he gets sort of more layers to it. But yeah, Aragorn, I can't vote against Aragorn. He's a great character from the get-go, and yeah, so Aragorn.
Yeah, and I didn't see my other brother tuning in. He was maybe going to jump on, but he got busy. But my brother Trent, he's coming on Gilderoy. Be the man you were born to be. Yeah, I mean, the character can be fun if you look at it right. But yeah, this one's like Lucius is a great character, and like he's always just showing up like in the most like random places in like Diagon Alley or like different places in Hogwarts or just like all over just random spots, and just like has these really I'm not really sarcastic, but just kind of like rude lines that he has. He's just like just an evil dude, but yeah, it's got to be Aragorn. Like Aragorn's like the probably like the main like I don't know like what I want to say like of the Fellowship, he's the main kind of like fighter kind of hero guy. Like I don't have the right word for it, but like besides Frodo and Sam, he's like the like next main dude in this Fellowship. And yeah, like he becomes the king at the end. He has the romance. Like he's someone that you really trust, like Aragorn / Strider. So yeah, I'll go Aragorn.
So Aragorn moves on.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got Professor Snape up against Sirius Black.
Oh no! Oh, for real. All right. This time it's. I believe we're back to.
I think it's me.
Chad first, yeah.
I know what Kerri said behind me. It's not hard, but to me, this is very hard.
Yeah.
I love both characters. Might be controversial. I'm going Snape. Sirius Black is a great character, great father figure. Lupin's also kind of a father figure, stuff like that. There's a lot of great ones. I think Sirius Black is just like the tip top of that for Harry. But Severus Snape, just as a character, like in himself, I think is such like an interesting, complex character. Like more than we've seen. I don't want to say in Middle Earth because I think you got like Smeagol and stuff like that. That's very complex. But like Snape, like that turn that he makes, like yeah, he's villainous for a lot of it, but then just the turn of the character, like really just shows what was fueling that behind it, and just that scene at the end of Deathly Hallows Part 2. When he says, "Look at me," you have your mother's eyes, that kind of a deal, and to see that he was defending Harry the whole time, but he just showed he had to act and just be the person that they needed him to be for so long.
It's so good, yeah.
Such a great character, such a great performance from Alan Rickman. Rest in peace. I love him so much, and I love that character. See, I'm gonna go Snape, even though I adore Sirius Black as well.
Yeah, I get chills thinking about all that stuff that turn he has and stuff. Oh, but Chris, what do you say?
God, this is hard, but yeah, Alan Rickman as Snape is so good, and I just love like you see his growth towards the end. Yeah, I'm gonna go with definitely Snape here.
Yeah, Malcolm, there you
go. Yeah, this is relatively hard. Like, it's one of those ones. Like, as soon as I saw this match, I was like, it's fitting because one in the books that when they were both at school together, they were both at each other's at odds with each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really liked Snape, but I think Sirius Black is the better character. He's the one I go to. I think Gary Oldman played him well, so I'm going to go Sirius Black.
Yeah. Yeah. So looking at my list of signatures, and I don't have Gary Oldman on there, but I have Alan Rickman on there. But yeah, this is really tough because Gary Oldman is so good. I don't think I've ever seen a bad performance from him in my life. He's just like one of the best actors working today. But Professor Snape just has some of the like best lines. But like he's always like has a little bit of like snarkiness. Like the mind is a complex and many-layered thing, Potter, or at least most minds are. Like, and just seeing the like turn that he has too. Yeah, like man, that is one of the greatest turns and greatest twists and that like I've ever come across in my life. I remember just like when I read that in the books for the first time, just like going from like completely hating a character to just absolutely loving a character to where like Professor Snape's in my top 5 of this whole thing. Like he's just like such an awesome character, and I think that the casting from Alan Rickman is just so spot on. Like it's just perfect casting and yeah, I'm like, oh man, like one of the best written characters in history for me. Like, oh, so good. So I gotta go with Professor Snape. Kerri, who you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Sirius Black. Just I don't know. Snape is an amazing character. I just prefer Sirius Black, but I'm not mad about Snape getting through.
Yeah, so it'll be Snape.
Right, and that is the last matchup. So now we get to go fast. We've already sort of talked about all these characters.
Yeah, we can speed through. Just give a vote, or if you have like 5-10 seconds, but just keep it quick.
Let's make Austin's prediction wrong and make this not a 5-hour show.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Make it
like,
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. All right.
Umbridge and Harry
Potter. All right.
Are you
interesting?
God.
I'd love to see those two. Well, I mean, they do kind of go toe to toe.
Kind of do a little bit.
Yeah,
but
Chris, you'll be first.
Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Bye, you evil witch.
Yeah, I think Umbridge is evil, but yeah, Harry Potter.
Yeah, like Umbridge isn't just evil to the students; she's evil to the teachers and everyone she comes in contact with. So Harry Potter, easy.
Harry Potter.
Yep.
Harry Potter.
Yep. It'll be a Harry Potter.
So Harry Potter's
the boy has to live. He's the boy who lives. Come on.
He does live to be in the Ultimate Geek Championship.
Yeah, because the winners of these will be in the championship. Yep.
Got Grindelwald up against Neville.
Okay. Malcolm.
Yeah, I mean, I like Grindelwald, but yeah, I think Neville is a great character. So Neville.
Yeah, I got to give it to Neville. Kerri.
Neville.
Yep.
Neville fucking Longbottom.
Yeah. How do you know
Neville fucking Longbottom?
Yeah. Right. If you look it up online, that is his middle name.
That's definitely his middle name. You just didn't know it. Now I know. Right. Thank you for educating me, Chad. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Right, we've got Aaron up against Pippin.
All right. And it's me first. I'll go Pippin. Kerri.
Arwen.
Yeah. Chad.
Pippin.
Chris.
Pippin.
And Malcolm.
I would have gone Aaron, but Pippin's going to move on.
Yeah.
Gollum up against Legolas.
Okay. It'll be Kerri first.
Legolas.
Chad.
Gollum.
Chris.
Gollum.
Malcolm.
You make it interesting, Legolas.
Yeah. I'll go Gollum.
Got Professor Moody up against Bilbo.
Ooh, okay. And it'll be Chad first. You got
Moody.
Chris.
Oh, this is tough. You know what? I'm gonna go Moody.
Yeah. Malcolm.
I'm gonna go Bilbo.
I'll go Moody. Kerri.
Bilbo.
Ooh.
Professor Moody moves on.
Yeah.
Got Boromir up against Azog.
Okay. And it'll be Chris first.
Bromir.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Boromir.
Yep. I'll go Boromir. Kerri.
Boromir.
Yep. And
Boromir.
Chad.
Boromir.
Yeah. Boromir.
Hagrid up against Lupin.
It'll be you first, Malcolm.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this one's a little tougher.
Yeah, just because I think he does more in this franchise, Hagrid.
Yeah, I'll go Hagrid. Kerri.
Hagrid.
Yep. Chad.
Hagrid.
And Chris.
Hagrid.
Yeah. Be Hagrid.
Gimli up against Frodo.
And it's me first. I gotta go Frodo. Kerri.
Frodo.
Chad.
Frodo.
Yep. Chris.
Obviously, Gimli. No, Frodo.
Yeah, right. All right. Malcolm.
For Frodo.
Yeah, for Frodo. They have a thing on their online where you can watch just Aragorn saying it for Frodo, but he's the only one that like runs towards the battle. Everyone's just sitting there awkwardly, like not doing anything. It's pretty fun.
So there's the top. Dumbledore up against Theoden.
Okay. I believe we're at Kerri. Okay.
Dumbledore.
Yeah. Chad?
Dumbledore.
Yeah.
Dumbledore.
Yep. Malcolm?
Dumbledore.
Yep, and I'll go Dumbledore. Make it a clean sweep.
Keeley up against Voldemort. Anyone voting for Keeley?
No.
No.
I don't want to
Make it
see that
easy.
fight.
Yeah.
But I was going to.
Yeah.
We got Jacob up against Hermione.
Yeah.
Obviously, everyone's voting for Jacob. Come on now.
Yeah. I mean, we can make it.
Yeah, I mean, we can move Hermione over. I don't think.
Yeah, we can move Hermione. Is anyone voting for Jacob?
Hermione. Definitely.
Yeah.
Hermione.
Love Jacob though, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Molly Weasley up against Sam.
Is anyone voting for Molly?
no.
But there's
Sam.
Yeah.
Sam.
Just make it easy. Fly through it.
Got Luna Lovegood up against George.
Okay, this one might be worth voting on. So it'll be Chad first.
Luna.
Yeah. Chris.
Luna.
Malcolm.
George.
Yeah, I would also go George. Kerri.
Luna.
Ooh, okay. It'd be Luna. Both Weasleys aren't going to make it. Or both, yeah, Weasley twins.
Got Fred Weasley up against Bellatrix.
Ooh. Chris.
Bellatrix.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Yeah, I got to go Bellatrix.
Yep, I'll also go Bellatrix. Kerri.
Fred.
Yeah. Chad.
Fred.
Ooh. It's close, but it'll be Bellatrix. No Weasley twins are making it.
Newt up against Smaug.
Okay. It'll be Malcolm first.
I'm gonna go Smaug.
It's a toss up, but I'll go Newt. Kerri.
Newt.
Yep. Chad.
Newt.
Yep. Chris.
Smog.
Oh, but it'll be Newt.
I mean, if this was a battle about who would win in a fight, I think Newt would find a way to tame Smaug.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Aragorn up against Snape.
Oh
my
no.
God.
Uh,
One of these
tough,
is
actually.
not going to be in the championship. Oh, okay. And it's me first. I got to go Snape. Oh, Kerri,
Aragorn.
Chad,
Snape.
Chris,
Snape.
Malcolm.
I would have gone Aragorn.
Yeah, so it'll be Snape, no Aragorn in the championship. Wow.
Tough matchup.
And also
Yes.
no Gandalf. So
Yeah.
He was out quick.
Yeah.
yeah, he's out quick. Yeah, up against Harry.
I mean, that's probably one of like 2 or 3 Harry Potter characters that he could have lost against.
Yeah, he could have lost to. Yeah, exactly.
If I'm correct, it's going to be the chosen one versus the person who could have been chosen.
Yeah.
Who could have been, but wasn't. Yeah, but it'll be Kerri first.
Harry.
Chad.
I'm gonna go Neville.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Keep it interesting. Chris.
Harry.
Malcolm.
Yeah, I like Harry, but I think Neville's the better character. Neville.
What?
No way.
Are you high? Are you smoking the good stuff?
Harry, come on.
That's why I said Neville. I knew Harry was gonna make it regardless.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that bed would be a little colder, I feel like.
I love them both so much.
Of a Harry Potter tournament and then not have Harry in it.
We've got Pippin up against Gollum.
Pippin versus.
Ugh.
So someone will be Chad first.
Pippin.
Chris.
This is where Gollum stays behind.
Malcolm.
Gollum.
Oh, also
Seriously.
Gollum.
Freaking spite votes, you bastards.
Kerri. Down to
I'm
you.
gonna go Pippin.
Ooh, man, I'm surprised on that one, but
I mean, none of our votes are because of spite votes.
yeah, right. No.
Got Professor Moody up against Boromir.
Okay. It'll be Chris first.
Bromir.
Malcolm.
Boromir.
I'll go Mad Eye Moody. Kerri
Boromir.
and Chad.
Boromir.
Ooh, okay. Boromir.
We've got Hagrid up against Frodo.
Oh no.
Oh.
All right. It'll be Malcolm first.
Oh.
This is where it gets hard. Yeah. Shoot.
Yeah,
no.
I mean, I like Frodo, but he only got where he got because of Sam. So Hagrid.
Yeah. It's kind of true, but oh man, it's tough. I mean, I like Elijah Wood as an actor better, but for the character, I gotta go Hagrid. Yeah. Kerri.
Hagrid.
Yep. Chad.
Hagrid.
Yep. And Chris.
Hagrid.
Yep.
I did not expect that actually.
Bye, Frodo. Yeah.
I can imagine.
Bye, Frodo.
Frodo, you don't have Sam to carry you to the final this time around.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hagrid is the one who introduced us to the world of magic.
Yeah.
We've got Dumbledore up against Voldemort.
Oh.
Are you shitting me?
Oh my god. What an epic
Mm.
fight.
Yeah.
I wonder who would win.
We actually ever get this in a movie, the two of them going toe to toe. Like,
Yeah, that's Order of the Phoenix.
okay, on the Order of the Phoenix. Okay.
Didn't you just finish watching that one?
He doesn't remember movies. He was sleeping.
They're all blending together to me.
Malcolm.
Yeah.
Malcolm, he was napping, resting his eyes.
That's right. But
He's getting older. He can't remember things.
and it's me first. Oh man, I gotta take my whole 10 seconds. Oh man, it's gotta be Dumbledore. Oh, I don't feel confident about that, but Kerri.
Dumbledore.
Chad.
Dumbledore.
Chris.
Dumbledore.
And Malcolm.
I mean, you gotta love a great villain. I would have gone Voldemort, but
Oh yeah. Oh, Dumbledore.
We've got Hermione up against Sam.
Oh God.
Battle of the best friends. And this time it's Kerri.
No, I don't.
You got to go first.
You need to vote.
Hermione.
Chad.
Sam's probably gonna sweep the rest. I have to go with my nostalgia, my heart, and my love. Hermione.
Chris.
This is tough as hell. No.
Vote with your brain. You know which one's better. Come on.
But Hermione's awesome and she's hot as hell.
But Sam
is so cool.
Carries him. Look at that picture. Just look at it.
And just because of that, I really want to vote for the other thing, by the way. I'm just out of spite to you. But it's freaking Sam. But Hermione's so freaking hot. We'll vote with that. Mean,
no, don't vote with that, Breen.
Sorry,
that. All right, come on, Chris.
Sam.
All right, Malcolm.
I'm also going to go Sam and force Jordan to decide.
Yeah, well, it's a lot easier for me. I got to go Sam. Sam.
Right. And Chris, you know it's just going to get harder from here.
Yeah.
Thanks.
We've got Luna up against Bellatrix.
That's bullshit. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No.
It'll be Chad first.
Luna.
And Chris.
Bellatrix.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Vote for Bellatrix.
Luna.
You tell him how to vote. They might go opposite.
I know.
Well, it'd be funny. I'll vote Bellatrix. It'd be funny if she gets in and not Voldemort. Kerri.
Luna.
Ooh. So I think it's Luna, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Villains aren't fair.
That is such a cute kitty cat.
And this is going to be for the poll, which I forgot to mark down who's made the poll. But
good job.
I started.
I know you're new on here, Malcolm.
Then I missed a bunch and forgot what made it. So
we'll catch up when we go back through.
Yeah.
We've got Snape versus Newt. Anyone going to go Newt over Snape?
No. It's got to be Snape.
Newt over Snape, Kerri?
What?
Snape, unless you disagree.
What?
It doesn't matter. Everyone picks Snape.
Oh, I guess it's
you gotta pay attention, dude.
I'm sorry.
Stop playing with the kitty cat.
Snape moves on. Sorry.
It would have been Snape versus. It was Snape versus Newt anyway.
Yeah.
How many kitties do you guys have?
7.
That's
7
awesome.
for real? Wow, that's awesome.
No. Got Harry Potter
versus
once. So one thing I hate about Vacant Fights is there's no easy way. It's Harry versus Pippin.
Yeah, scroll out. I just used the shortcut. I do control like plus and minus.
This is Harry versus Neville again.
Pippin.
Yeah. Like,
I know what you mean.
Like basically, but I think it's Chris first.
Harry Potter.
Yeah.
He's gonna use his magic on Pippin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Pippin, but Harry.
Yeah, I gotta go Harry. Kerri?
Harry.
Nope. And Chad?
Harry Potter.
Yeah. Harry Potter. All right.
We have got Boromir up against Hagrid.
Okay, it'll be Malcolm first.
Yeah, as much as I like Boromir, I've got to go Hagrid.
Yeah, who did Boromir beat before? I can't remember.
Moody.
Oh, Mad-Eye. That was the only one that voted for Mad-Eye Moody. So you know what? Be spite vote for Mad-Eye Moody. I'll go Hagrid. Kerri?
Hagrid.
Yeah. Chad?
Hagrid.
Yep. Chris?
Hagrid.
Yep. Be Hagrid. All right. Getting down to it.
Dumbledore up against Sam.
Oh, man. And it's me first. Oh, this is tough, but I think I got to go Sam here. Kerri.
Sam.
Chad.
It is close, but I'll give the edge to Sam.
Oh, Chris.
Sam.
And Malcolm.
Yeah, Sam.
Yeah, Sam Wise. He is wise, but so is Dumbledore.
Got Luna up against Snape.
Oh, all right. This one's easy for me, but back to Kerri.
Luna.
Chad.
Snape.
Chris.
Snape.
And Malcolm.
Snape.
Yep, I gotta go Severus Snape. Right.
Yeah, so
we
we
got our
only
final
got,
four?
Yep.
All right. Oh, Harry and Hagrid and Snape and Sam. So Sam's the only Middle Earth character making it.
Yeah, I mean, only 3 Middle Earth characters made the poll as well. It was like Mary, Boromir, and Sam were the only ones that made the poll.
Oh, really? Mary, Boromir, and Sam. Not like one of the some of the main fellowship. All right. So Harry versus Hagrid. Oh man.
Seriously.
And it's Chad first.
Damn it! I'll go Harry.
Oh yeah.
I love Harry. I'll go Harry. I should
Yeah.
say that more energetically. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harry. Chris.
Harry.
Malcolm.
Yeah, I like Harry, but I've got to go Hagrid.
Yeah. Harry. Yeah. What's close? Carrie.
Harry.
Yeah.
Harry.
Yep. Harry Carey, like from Saturday Night Live. All right.
And now we've got Sam versus Snape.
Oh my god.
Oh. It's you first, Chris.
This is bullshit. This is a bullshit matchup
Yeah.
tonight. You know what? It's been fun, Service Snape, but I gotta go with Sam.
All right. Malcolm.
Yeah, I think Snape's a great character, but Sam is the one that really helped. So, Sam.
Yeah, but Snape was protecting him that whole time. Like you probably would have died in his first Quidditch match, maybe without Snape. So I'll go Snape. Carrie.
Sam.
Ooh, Chad.
Sam.
All right. Sam it is. Sam versus Harry.
Holy shit.
I'm not mad about, but
It's fitting the final matchup actually is a Harry Potter versus Middle-earth.
yeah, right. We got one of each one. So yeah, that's good. That's
The two heroes.
It's probably for the best. Yep, 2 heroes.
Yeah.
All right. So it'll be Malcolm first.
Yeah, I mean, I like Harry, but like he had help. I'm going to go Sam. Like he was the one that like did most of the heavy lifting. I mean, can't
Yeah.
imagine that Frodo raised a lot.
Quite literally.
Sam.
This is kind of weird logic because for Sam versus Snape, I voted Snape, but then if Snape were to go up against Harry Potter, I would have gone Harry. But now that it's Harry versus Sam, I'm gonna go Sam now. Like that's just kind of weird logic, but I'm gonna go Sam. Kerri.
Harry.
Yeah. Chad.
A very, very tough matchup. I'm sure Sam is about to win this thing. But if I'm gonna vote, I'm gonna go vote with my heart and my franchise that I love so much. I'll go with Harry. He did have help, but I think that's kind of the point is that all of his friends wanted to help him because he's such a great character that they love him and they want to help him.
Yeah. Well, it's down to you, Chris. You get the deciding vote. So what's it gonna be?
Harry Potter.
Wow, I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
I'm a wizard, Harry. You're a wizard, Harry.
Wow.
You're a wizard, Harry. Yeah. Nice. The boy who lived, and he lived through this whole thing.
Yeah.
That's what a fantastic top 4, I gotta say.
This was so good, guys.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is so much fun.
Snape, Sam, Harry.
Well, I'm glad that I got
who's the
to come
other
in
one?
here and join you guys.
Yeah. It's Snape, Sam, Harry, and then Hagrid, right? So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was a fun time. Yeah. So yeah. Thanks for jumping in last minute, Chris.
Yeah, man. I'm glad I got to jump in last minute, and also I'm living in an apartment complex, and it's about 10:39 my time. So I'm not trying to say I want to bounce out of here right now, but I probably should.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Well,
Because I don't know how thin the rules are.
Well.
Yeah.
You have any quick plugs you want to do before you go, Chris?
Sadly, nothing I can really think of. I mean, other than if you guys aren't following me over on TikTok, I mean, and also without having internet, I haven't been able to do gaming stuff. But I go by Casablanca Kid on both TikTok and also Twitch. So I'm really trying to promote those. Also, of course, I'm on Instagram, cscott1128. I should remember my Twitter right now, but I can't see it.
It's probably
I think it's writer_84 if I recall.
Yeah,
coming up right now. Yeah. If you guys follow me on there, I'm gonna do some more movie reviews. I cannot wait for the new Saw movie, so I'll definitely be seeing the hell out of that. I can't wait for Haunting in Venice. Kenneth Branagh is freaking Poirot is just is a perfect casting.
Yeah, speaking of someone who was in this tournament, Kenneth Branagh, yeah.
Which I don't know why I didn't recognize him from that. Like he's so good.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so good. Yeah.
Yeah.
But guys, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, well, we'll catch you next time you have a free day from work.
Absolutely, man. I'll let you know what my new schedule is, and I will definitely be in as many times. Hey, man, it was nice to meet you, Chad, and it was nice to meet you, Kerri.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
We'll see
later,
you
Malcolm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, since you're here, Chad, on screen, where can we find you?
Yep, Kerri went to bed. But
okay, it's all right.
You can find me. Check over Chadwick Webb is the channel that I rank stuff on. So check out that channel. Trying to do other stuff on there, but mostly we've just been ranking stuff. Check out the Nerd Entertainment Network, where we do a show called Welcome to Prime Time, where we talk horror. We talk Buffy the Vampire Slayer. We've been doing a lot of brackets for horror. So that just like this was, but we're just exclusively horror. And then check out the Dill Pickle Movie Network. We have a show called Picture This. It's all about Oscars, and we're basically watching like every Best Picture nominee that ever was. So, and have a lot of fun talking about that. Check out the Clear Eyes Full Heart Reviews.wordpress.com. That's my blog. Check out my letterbox. Yeah, I think that's about it. Thank you. This was fun.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, thanks for jumping on. And Malcolm, where can we find you?
You can find me on Take Three Productions. I host Rankum every Sunday. Although this week we're doing two Rankums in honor of the passing of our good friend Garth. Like we're doing top 12 Batman villains on Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then on Sunday, in the honor of Bray Wyatt's passing, we're doing top 12 Bray Wyatt matches, which I'm actually really enjoying going back and watching a few matches in preparation for it. Actually, but
I need to go back and watch some of those. Yeah.
But yeah, and you can also find me over on Full Metal hosting trivia matches. We're in the middle of a tournament. This week is going to be Henry Sanchez versus John Maher dropping. And yeah, you can find me. And if you're going to tell me that Out of the Fellowship is going to be Sam, Frodo, Pippin, and Barber making it to the geek tournaments, I would said you were crazy, but that is the reality we're living in.
Right? Yeah, I would have thought at least Aragorn or Legolas or some or Gandalf, but hey, who knew? But yeah, you can find all things Movie Hero Network on the socials at on X and Instagram at Movie Hero 2121, and then you can find me on my personal social media at Jordan83616 on X and Instagram, and then you can find us over in the Showdown Friends and Family group where within the next 24 hours or I'm going to say the next 2 days because I'm starting a new job, but we'll try to get the poll up quickly for this one as soon as we can. So it'll be the Elite 8 from this one. So you can vote over there, and you can kind of see some information down that's scrolling through. If you have anything you want to post, like any projects you're working on, or any if you run a YouTube channel, you can post to your heart's content over in the Showdown Friends and Family group. So we're going to keep that alive. Once we finally get it monetized, I think that's the point we're going to start a separate group for the Movie Hero Network. But for right now, we got the Showdown Friends and Family group. We are still. Well, I'm hard at work. I've been like all day, every day, clipping out clips for the Seen and Heard free for all. So that's is going to be happening on Sunday, September 11th at 5 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So and it'll be all movie clips. Right now we got 27 competitors. We're technically all filled up now. So, but if you want to tune in, we'd appreciate that. And that because it'll be a pretty long thing and a lot of fun to kind of play along with. But if you don't get to play at this time, we're going to do another free for all probably in December. So you can get in on that one. But and we have a Patreon. If you go to patreon.com/moviehero, I'm going to be posting the extended schedule. It's just been really busy. So since I've gone about a month without being able to have time to post it, I'm going to post an extra month in there. So you'll get the next 5 months. I'm going to throw in a bonus month. So if you want to have first dibs on signing up for episodes, we'll have that because we have our tentative schedule planned out till like of March of next year. So we can give you some of those episodes that are coming up. And then just what we have going for tournament fights and tier ranker. So on Friday, we'll be doing best movies with one-word titles from the 2000s. That'll be a tier ranker. So got that one. We have best post-apocalyptic movies coming up. We have friend of the show, Dan Skip Allen's top 64. That'll be soon. We have our monthly Movie Hero Mystery Tournament where me and Austin Pez Howe will be spinning the wheel 64 times, and the first 64 movies to pop up will be in a big mystery tournament. And all the movies on that wheel are all of our favorite movies from all of our top regulars and our partners in the channel, all of that. And we've added some movies from Matt Majot, and that he's done his top 64. And we also Jacob Barber submitted the second half of his 128. So we got 100 and something more movies on the wheel now. And then we have the Battle of the Batman that's coming up. It'll be Michael Keaton versus Christian Bale versus Val Kilmer versus Robert Pattinson. We have our best movies of 2008 ladder series. That'll be close to the end of September. Our next geek series to coincide with this one will be best Marvel characters. So we got that one coming up at the end of September. We also have best westerns on the calendar, and then I'll just throw in our first two horror episodes for. Well, actually, one's a horror episode, and one's actually me and Malcolm will be facing each other in our favorite horror movies episode. So it actually is a horror based one because we're both kind of like we're horror fans, but maybe not like as diehard as like say like Austin or like some of the other people that watch every kind of niche horror movie. So it'll be kind of interesting. We'll go. We put our top 32 in a tournament. Then we have our Masters of Horror, which is going to be the top horror movies from Wes Craven, George A. Romero, James Wan, John Carpenter, and Toby Hooper. So yeah, you can tune into that. So that's what we have coming up in the near future. And for right now, everything's going to stay the same on the channel. I am starting a new job, which I got to be there. It's my first day tomorrow, so I got to be there at 5 a.m. So I get to be on kind of like an Austin type of a schedule. So it'll be interesting. So far, there's not going to be any changes, but if there is, I'll keep everyone posted and to see if we have to adjust everything. For sure, Friday's going to stay the same because I don't work Saturdays, but beyond that, I'll let everybody know. But no changes yet. So yeah. But yeah, I think that will do it for us tonight. So that was a fun time. That was something where originally when we started this whole geek series, we didn't have the Wizarding World versus Middle Earth tournament plan, but then Malcolm and Austin kind of said no, like this is a really big franchise that's very popular that we could do an entire tournament and it'd be a lot of fun. I'm actually really glad that we did it. So that was a fun time. So yeah, I wasn't sure like how it was going to work, but it worked pretty well. Yeah. But yeah. And yeah, that's going to do it for us tonight. So I got to remember everyone that was on tonight for Malcolm, for Kerri, for Chad, for Emily, for Cade, for Chris Scott. I think that's everyone. I've been Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, and we will see you next time.